everybody. It's Wiley Hobbit. How's it going? Hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're here to raise some funds this weekend. It's all about TTRPGs, family, community, friends. Big thank you to D&D Play 20 for joining us on this special weekend. Just a little backstory real quick before we get into our gaming adventures. My brother owns a gaming and collectibles store in Bradley, Illinois, about an hour south of Chicago. The name of the business is The Horde Collectibles. And by collectibles, man, I mean, he's been in comics. He's got all kind of gaming related accessories, Magic the Gathering cards from here to Christmas. He's got some Pokemon. He's got D&D books. He's got Warhammer. He's got minis, paints, all that stuff. He's even got gold, silver jewelry. Real bad situation a couple of weeks ago. The business suffered a small fire on the second floor of the building where the office and my brother's personal space is. He will often stay the night there following late nights of gaming and so forth. And sure enough, he awoke to a wall of fire at his feet. Managed to get the upstairs renters out of their apartment with their cats. But in the process, ended up on his back in the parking lot under the care of the fire department. Thankfully, they were able to get the fire put out pretty quickly. So the physical damage was kind of contained to that office area. All of his business equipment, personal collectibles, his original D&D books, all total loss. A lot of gold and silver collectible items up there also damaged or a loss. And then water damage in the area below where the stockroom is. So they did end up losing some inventory, but most importantly, right now for them financially are medical bills. They care flighted him to Loyola, the burn unit. They weren't sure exactly on the scene what sort of shape he was in, so they wrapped him up and got him up to Loyola. Thankfully, the good news is he suffered no burns by some absolute miracle, and also no damage to his lungs. He was in and out of the building a few times, alerting the upstairs renters and knocking that fire down with a couple of fire extinguishers to keep it, contained. So good news is he's okay. Also good is that they've secured a new space for the business, but he's going to have some medical expenses, significant ones, and obviously expenses related to moving the business. So anything you can do to help out, we're going to be putting a link to the GoFundMe account that one of his loyal customers set up. So if you can donate a couple of bucks, great. If you can't, that's okay too. Come hang out. We're going to celebrate some D&D in honor of my brother and the Horde Collectibles and Gaming, and very thankful he's okay, and super stoked that their business will rise again from the ashes, if you will, like the mythical phoenix. Super grateful to D&D Play 20, to Peter for all of the graphics you see with the overlays and the sound and all of that's all Peter. Phenomenal bit there. The Jen's doing DMing, Rio Lancelot's DMing, and then on the Wiley Hobbit channel, grateful for the support and the help I've gotten there, and for all of our players, and most of all for all of you hanging out with us all weekend. So thank you very much for that, and enjoy the gaming.
Hello,
and
welcome to the episode of the Horde fundraiser, the Horde Games and Sundries fundraiser. I will be your host for the last one, Rio Lancelot. First of all, I'd just like to thank everyone who has donated already from the chat. Wiley Hobbit said we were at $1,320 that we've been able to raise for his brother. That is amazing. I am, honored to do my small part of this, and to tell a fun little story to wrap this up. So, I heard that they've, we're chasing sheep earlier, fought a chimera, lots of crazy things. So let's just wrap this up with see if we can drive our players insane. I can't think of a better way to do it. So a little bit about myself before I introduce the players here. So again, we'll call this a special edition of Rio Lancelot's Roundtable, that I run a couple of games on this stream, D&D Play 20. And basically what I like to do is take D&D and try to experiment with it of what we can do. So I have two of my usual players on with me where we do the Kinkari Chronicles, where we like to jump back and forth through time, telling different stories of these two characters. The other thing I like to do, one of the things that we're working on right now, is what I call an oops all little multi-shot. So where we take one class and everyone plays a different variation of that class and kind of how it turns out. So we've done bards, we've done clerics, we've done paladins.
Tabaxi paladins.
That were all tabaxis. Warlocks. So we just try to have some fun, creative, and kind of see what kind of synergies we can create with this. So I decided to, on this one, have a pet project of mine I wanted to try to experiment with. So we're going to combine D&D with film noir, hence the hat, and Call of Cthulhu. So it's mystical, just kind of dark, and so we'll kind of see how this plays out. It's all about experimentation and having fun. So I'm going to let my characters introduce themselves and who they're playing before we get to a dark and stormy night in Innsbruck. And I will go ahead and start with Greg. Go for it, sir.
All right.
Who you're playing and what they are.
Okay. Well, I'm Greg, but I'm also today Craig. I'm a water genasi, artificer, battlemaster artificer, or battlesmith artificer. And I've got a giant steel defender golem type thing that hangs around with me. I'm a investigator by nature. Work for some of the more seedy elements of the city sometimes, but other times, it's a little bit of do what you have to do, and that's how it is in the 30s, right?
Yep.
So yeah, he's loves the water, loves solving mysteries, and he's not from around here originally, but having a good time of settling in.
Very nice. Axel Jane.
Hi, yes. My character is Axel Jane. She is a interesting kind of person because she is on the run. She has a dark past and is trying to escape what actually her family had done. She's a artificer with an armorer build, and she likes pistols. She dual wields pistols.
Very nice. Jen.
Howdy, everybody. Jen. Today I'm going to be playing also a water genasi named Miss Millie, who is known maybe as kind of like an underground doctor of sorts. Anyone who maybe needs a little bit of stitching with not a lot of questions, come on up. You got the gold. She's got an aspirin for you.
And Bartholomew.
Hi, I am Brandon. I am playing a Triton investigative rogue called Bartholomew the Brewer. He is the owner and operator of a lovely tavern called the Drenched Tavern. He's been there for quite a while.
Okay. And with that, let's get started. Evening, everyone. My name's Rick Spade, private detective. So, sitting in my office late at night, on my third glass of whiskey, just nursing it away, looking through the local papers, trying to find some leads. Money's been tight, just trying to find out what's out there. Then she walks in. You know the type. Easy on the eyes, but desperate. The look on her face says that she's seen some things, not the kind of things that you want to see. I look up. She says, "Mister, I need your help. Can't find my brother." I go, "Isn't it a little late for your type to be out?" She replied, "I can't go anywhere else. It says here that you can find find people and things that can't be found." It's like, yeah, I'm kind of known for that. I like to dabble in some other things as well. I'm like, "What can I help you with?" "You don't look like you're from around here." She paused for a moment, says, "I'm from Innsbruck." I look at her and go, "Most people that get out of there don't want to go back. You sure your brother's just one of the lucky ones?" She replied, "No, he got caught up in some bad stuff that goes on there." I said, "There's a lot of bad stuff there. That's the reason why people leave." But he's not like the others. He wants to get out. He got caught up with the wrong crowd. I can't find him to get him out. Fine. I'll see what I can do. She accepted my offer, came to terms. She said, "In 3 days, meet me in Innsbruck. I'm a singer at the Drenched Tavern." It's like, "Of course you are, but I'll see you there." Friends, let me tell you, the story I'm about to tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. Seen things I didn't want to see. Experienced things I never want to experience again. Better, let's let the people who actually went through the entire ordeal tell the story. So I'm going to take you to the town of Innsbruck. Little information for you. So about 5 years ago, this sleepy little fishing town, doing well for itself, was hit what they called the storm of the century. Half the city was flooded. Water retreated some, but still can't get through the entire city without a boat. Those that had the means or the ways got out. Those that couldn't stayed, tried to tough it out. But a place like this brings all kinds of people to it. Smart ones stay out of it. The ones looking to hide, they will find their way there. It's a good place to go and not be seen again, especially if you're trying to. So, as you can expect, in a place like this, doesn't matter what time of day, there's clouds overhead, and you can feel it. There's something different about this town. As soon as you walk through the gates, things are rusted. People keep their eyes down. No one wants to make contact with you. So I found my way in it to this motel. And inside was the Drenched Tavern. Not unlike most places, you could tell it. People were just trying to survive here. Looked around the room. Then I saw her on stage, singing, doing the best that she could to lighten the mood. So I sat down, started taking everything in. "Bartholomew, tell me, where can we find you?" in the bar?
You'd find me front row center, serving drinks to anyone who's asking for them. Taking a look at everyone that's coming in around, sizing them up. This is just a normal day for Bartholomew. It's what he lives for. When you
What
come
does he
in,
what does he wear?
he's wearing a pretty much prim and proper, full, dark gray, almost blackish suit, tie. He's got a top hat on, tails on his coat. He's just sitting there enjoying cleaning a glass like he always does. You'll come in, you'll smell the smoke. It'll be fairly dark. You won't be able to see much. Candles everywhere. And a nice little, almost lounge music coming from the singer at the back. You'll see probably maybe on average 15, 20 people in. Not too many right this time of day.
Axel, where would we find you in the bar?
Oh, Axel is sitting, just right of the stage, sipping what appears to be a greenish liquid. She is also smoking a cigarette, and her eyes are darting around. She looks like she's anticipating something.
Miss Millie, where are you?
So Miss Millie, she's gonna be not so much front and center, but she is gonna be in a booth off back to the side. Uh, the the dreary weather has her hair just a muck, so she still has her black bell cap on with a red lapel blazer over top of wide trouser pants, and she's sipping on a whiskey, and every now and then there will be um one or two types that come by and whisper something in her ear, maybe pass her off a little something, and she nods to them, and then it continues watching the show.
Crag, what about you?
Well, I think Craig is probably in a back corner somewhere near a dartboard. He's got his steel defender, deep blue. He's teaching him how to play darts and trying to tweak some of the settings on the fellow, and he's missing the dartboard terribly. He's not very good at ranged things, and so Craig is probably he's a Wada Janasi, so he's blue skinned. He's got a handlebar mustache and mohawk. He's kind of wearing a suit sort of thing, red suit, let's say, but with no actual like shirt underneath. He's got kind of frills around. It's like a pirate made a suit, and it looks fancy enough, but it's also a little bit out of place for the neighborhood.
So I sat around, watched people come and go. Fairly quiet night. Josephine, that's her name, was finishing her set. Could tell there was a nervous energy about her, though. And suddenly, doors burst open. These 5 guys come walking in. You could tell they mean business. One guy in a nicer suit than the other 4. You could tell he was the boss. He looks around. Everybody comes to a stop. It's 4 or 5 guys to take over the scene. You could tell they meant business. 4 of them were packing Tommy guns. The leader looked like he had some type of harpoon attached to him. Next thing I know, he's like, "Yo, I'm after the girl. Josephine, come down here." She's like,
I'm gonna slowly walk towards him, just kind of going around the bar. Just
you see 2 of the guys kind of with their guns, they're keeping them down. but they're kind of following you. It's like, I don't want any trouble. I'm just after the girl. That's all. She's coming with me. She knows I'm coming to pick you up, pick her up.
You've interrupted our show. We were enjoying that.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I have no problem with you. As long as Josephine comes with me, we're fine.
You don't understand. She was putting on a beautiful show for us, and then you barge in. She flicks her cigarette to the ground. What's your problem anyway?
I have none. You see Josephine walk down. She kind of puts her hands up and goes, it's okay. It's okay. Vito, just let me say one last goodbye and I'll go with you. Won't be a problem. Fine, fine. You see Josephine walk over to a human dressed like me. And you see her lean in, wrap her arms around him. And you see her drop something down the back of his shirt. So his back is to Vito and everyone else. And you see her kind of whisper to him, and she starts to walk out. It's like, Bartholomew, thank you for allowing me to sing tonight, as always. I'll see you later.
Have I seen Vito before?
Yeah, he basically, you know who Vito is. Like, okay, since you're all kind of underground people, you know who this is. He's just a heavy that's like in charge of this area. Okay.
Are there police?
Not that you've seen. So
I can tell from the what's happening in the room, like doing anything would probably be not too smart right about now, would it?
So he brings Josephine forward. You see them walk toward the door. The four kind of thugs are there with their guns. He turns. You hear him whisper, "Leave no survivors, no witnesses tonight." And Josephine and Vito walk out the door. And roll initiative, everyone. Here we go.
Would I have heard that?
Yeah, you see them walk. You see Josephine and Vito walk out the door. He shuts it, and the four people with the Tommy guns begin to start spraying your bar.
What?
So roll me some initiatives, please.
All right.
And I need dice. Like I have to have dice to play this game, right? So I'm just gonna roll 20. So
yeah, that was a nat one.
Oh no, you did.
oh, there you go. I got an 8.
Is it good to just stand there while Tommy guns shoot at you?
No, I would have.
Yeah, you see
behind the bar.
everybody start diving for cover. Some people are like going getting shot. So
I'm waiting for my turn in initiative.
I did just get advantage on Twitch if I could re-roll my initiative, but I don't think that works for initiative, does it?
I don't see why not, but it's up to Lance.
Yep.
no, you can use it anytime you want to.
Definitely.
Greg,
then.
what did you get?
I got a 7.
Oh, you did 1.
That puts me up to a 20. Much better.
Does Deep Blue roll his own initiative or just go after me?
He just goes after you for.
Okay.
So I'm
Shares
at
your
20.
initiative, yeah.
Okay, Bart, what are you going to do?
I am going to. So would are they targeting like everywhere or just one specific area? Would they
No,
see
they're-
me behind the bar?
They basically have just gone chaotic in that they are just spraying your entire room. No real pattern. They're just trying to spray the room with bullets.
Okay, so I could get a sneak attack on my opening shot then.
Yep.
Perfect. So who's ever closest to me, I will just pull out my shotgun and shoot him
Go for it.
for 24.
That will hit.
So we are gonna do 11 points of damage, and then my sneak attack.
And just so everyone knows, it looks like Miss Sarah, Miss Waltzing Zenith, and Peter have both given everyone everyone has 2 advantages from Waltzing Zenith and D&D Play 20.
Oh wow.
So thank you, Sarah and Peter.
No, Sarah. Bad Sarah.
Looks like we're gonna need it.
I would actually roll my sneak attack, so 13 damage with sneak attack.
Okay.
And I will. Oh, we're level 5. I can do 2 attacks. Right. So
I'll just say that's trippy because it already rolls your sneak attack damage.
yeah,
the
that's what
first
threw me
time,
off because I just hit it again.
And you rolled the
Uh,
exact same number.
I know
again.
I did.
Yeah.
So because I'm an investigative role, can I do for my second attack? Can I get a deception check off him against my insight to see if I could sneak attack again?
I would say, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So he's got to beat an 11 insight with a deception.
So he gets a +1. Yeah, hey, my bad rolls continue. So
So sneak attack again. Perfect.
Mhm.
So that's only a 10 to hit though. So we're
yeah,
still...
that will miss. Mhm.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna stay behind the bar. Just duck back down again.
Okay. All right. Axel, what are you going to do? As these
So
thugs are just spraying the room with bullets, trying to hit anything that moves.
right. So she quickly turns to her side and sees a young Ganassi sitting at the table and is like, "You, I'm hiding with you, if that's possible." And then runs as fast as she can and
Okay.
ducks under the table.
Okay.
With her second action, she will reveal a pistol from her hand and maybe pop off a few rounds in the general direction of the Tommy gun wielders.
Okay. So you want to hit the one that Bartholomew was shooting at, or a different one?
Just the one nearest to me.
Okay.
So she's ducked under the table, like shooting.
All right.
And then, do I get a bonus action?
So your bonus action, so your action would be, so you moved, your one action is going to be to shoot one pistol. If you want to shoot your other pistol, that would be your bonus action.
All right, so my bonus action is she reveals another pistol and then shoots at the one that the bartender is shooting at.
Okay. All right, so roll your first attack. And you can just click it in D&D Beyond if you want to. I have it up as well.
Well, 9 doesn't hit, right?
No, that does not hit.
Here's my second pistol. 17.
That will hit.
11 for piercing damage. Right?
Yeah. You're getting through these guys. All right. So you slide into the table, turn sideways, shoot out a couple of shots, hit one. Millie, what are you going to do?
So seeing these fools walking in and already starting to cut up, she is going to she's gonna pull a John Wick kind of thing here. Turns out that her blazer, she's gonna maybe a little bit heavily lined with some armor. And she's gonna pull it across herself, and that's gonna be how she is going to cast Shield of Faith on herself.
Okay.
So I'll have +2 to my AC. And that's my bonus action. My movement will be to get to kind of roll out of the booth. I'm not sure exactly where I am in relation to that, but like in relation to them, but to roll kind of out of the booth, find a place to put my back against for cover, and then take out a revolver that is iron and has some green shimmers like up the barrel, and she's going to take a shot at the one closest to, or yeah, whoever she's able to hit. 12.
That will hit. Yes.
Awesome. And it's going to be 13 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So you see these thugs take a couple of hits. Bartholomew, you'll see one kind of running over towards you, trying to get at you behind the bar with four. You see him bring up the Tommy gun, and it goes 4 shots at you. And so I'm going to give you half cover, so you can adjust your AC as you see fit. So one of those will hit. And for
Remind us how you do your crits, Lance.
I just normally roll twice.
Okay.
Yep. Or we'll do it by real way, which is you can double your die roll, or you can roll another dice, depending on what the alternative, what it is. So you'll take 15 points of piercing damage as one of the bullets hit you. And he's kind of just like, he's trying to pin you down behind the bar. The second one will, let's see here, shoots at you, Jane. You will have half cover as well. So what does that get that to your AC? I can't remember.
For
So,
half cover, isn't it +2?
plus 2. Okay. So that would be a 16, then a 16, 21. Yeah. So I think your armor class is like 13, right?
Yes, 13. Yep.
Yeah. So 2 of them will hit. So yeah.
Dude, what?
So
where am I at? So
you take 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay.
And Miss Millie, you get half cover as well. So 18 and 23. Does the 18 hit you?
Sorry, you talking?
Yes, talking to you.
Okay, sorry. So I have half cover, you said, right?
Yep.
Stop.
Mhm.
So my AC is 15 plus half cover is 17 plus my plus my shield of faith, which gives me another 2. So my current AC is 19. So it's not
Okay,
going to
so
hit.
one of them will hit
Nice.
you. Okay, I rolled an 8. Yay. For 9 points of damage as one of the bullets hits you. And the other one just continues to sit here and just lay down this pattern of bullets, trying to hit any patrons still remaining. Craig, what are you going to do?
Right. So right now, is the boss already gone from the room? with
Yeah,
the girl?
yeah. He walked
Okay.
out the door. So
So then, are any of them looking like about half hurt, sort of thing? Like,
yeah, the one that's pinning Bartholomew behind the bar is looking pretty bad.
yeah. Okay. I'll give Bartholomew some space if I can. I'm gonna turn to my deep blue companion, the giant robot that I'm tinkering with, and it looks like we got some troublemakers here. They got all togged up to the bricks for a trip for biscuits, eh? And then I will pull my revolver out, which is an infused weapon, and I guess I don't have to target anybody, so I'm just gonna target that guy shooting at Bartholomew and unload a first shot. 22.
That will hit.
Can the golem do anything like any fuckery?
Yeah, a little bit. That's 10 damage.
Okay.
And then second attack, because the revolver is infused and has an ignored reload property. I will shoot from the hip again, and I will use my advantage to avoid the 1, hopefully. Oh, and get a 2. Okay, so 10 to hit.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action. I believe I have to command him with the bonus action. Doesn't even say it on there, but it says it on here. If you spend your bonus action, I can command it to take an action. So how far away from the closest thing is he from one of these guys?
I mean, like the bar is not huge, so even like you can get to anyone that you wanted to.
He's within 40 feet. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's just gonna.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna point to that guy who's pinning Bartholomew, and just Deep Blue just starts taking off, sprinting over towards him, and he will make an attack, and it uses my okay, well, it might just do it if I do it like this. Yes. So he's gonna make a rend attack. Nice.
Okay. That does hit.
Does 10 damage.
All right. So you see Still Blue come running this Bartholomew, you'll see this, you see this thing like iron contraption come flying and just slam into this guy and pin him against the wall, and he slumps down.
I'm gonna look at the middleman and
I'll give you a nod.
Give you a nod, and I'll look at the body on the ground and say, if I ever catch you around here again, they're gonna have to pick you up with a sieve.
So Bartholomew, we're back to your turns. Basically, what's going on? You have one guy continuing to spread the room, picking off people as they're scrambling behind tables and behind the piano. You have one of them that is concentrating his fire on the young lady under a table who's trying to shoot pistols out. You have one more that is targeting another young lady that's trying to stay behind a booth.
Has any of them taken damage? Can I see any of them bleeding?
You see the one that Jane hit has, yeah.
I've got some bullet holes in my shoulder and then across my face.
Okay, yeah, I'm not looking. I'm hurting a little. So I'm gonna whatever one is already injured, I am going
Mhm.
to shoot in the face with my shotgun, or technically in the back. Ooh. And I'm gonna use my advantage, my last one that I just got, because that was terrible. And that's a nat 20.
Oh, nice. Yep.
So that helped. So that is going
Curse you
to be-
advantages.
yeah.
That's what they do to me.
So let's just double that for 28.
Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah. So basically, you train your shotgun. You come around the bar. The guy's not expecting it.
Nope.
Yeah. There's a nice splatter sound. This is Jane. That's like you're training your guns, about to getting them lining up your next shot, and yeah, next thing you know, there's just not a guy there anymore, or what the remains are. Yeah.
And for my second attack, I'm gonna just pan over to the next one and shoot it also.
Okay.
This is a they're in my that's another nat 20.
Oh
So
damn.
26. So that'll be 26 damage with sneak attack. And
Okay.
as a bonus action, I will reload.
Okay. All right, Axel. You're under this table, and next thing you know, you hear these two gigantic shotgun blast, and one guy goes down. The guy standing right next to him gets another blast, and is not looking good at all.
Can I flank? Can I flank?
I think it would be very difficult to try to flank at this point because there's really no one in melee. So yeah, everything is pretty much ranged.
Except for the golem.
The golem doesn't have anybody around it I would say that's in melee range with it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
Except for a dead body.
Yeah.
So she gets a little bit of confidence after seeing her attacker blown to bits, and then stretches out a pistol towards one of the attackers. Which attacker am I going to choose?
There's two left. One's badly hurt.
All right, so she's going to stretch out a pistol towards the guy that's looking like he's hobbled over in pain, and say, all right, it's time for everyone to calm down, and fire off a pistol.
Okay.
And then she's gonna take her a second pistol, and she's standing up now. She's no longer in cover.
Okay.
She takes her second pistol and says, I never liked bad guys anyways. Bang.
Okay. So are you shooting the same person?
Same person.
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll for attack, sorry. $14.
That will hit.
24. Okay, and then the first damage. This is the first damage. Ooh, 4.
Okay.
7.
So the one that just got hit by the shotgun blast, you put 2 more bullets in him, and he falls over. So there's one left standing. Millie, you're up.
Mickey's just very upset. There's one left. There's 2 left.
One left.
Okay, one left. She is going to see that she left her thing of whiskey up on the table, and she's gonna grab it real quick. She's gonna pull. I don't think this would actually work like in real life, but she's going to try to light it on fire and throw it at the last guy, and it's going. That's how we're going to be casting acid splash on this guy. So he actually has to make a dexterity saving throw.
You get a +2 to their dex. No, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that
He
fails.
Uh-huh.
So that is going to be weak sauce. That's gonna be 4. It's going to be 4 acid damage. And that was cantrip. Let's see what I can do. Nah, that'll be it. I'm gonna go back to taking cover.
Okay. All right, the one you splash him with acid, he reels back, comes around around with his gun. 4 more shots at you.
Haven't played in a rogue in a while. I forgot I had uncanny dodge for the first attack.
And he completely misses you as you like get him in the face, and his four shots go wild.
The acid splashed in the eyes only.
Yes. Mhm. Ah. All right, Greg.
Oh well, yeah. Seeing that, I'll point over towards Deep Blue and send him over towards the lady getting shot at under the table, and I will also fire my revolver at that gentleman who is missing terribly. 17
That will hit.
for 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I will fan the hammer one more time. 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, okay then. I will gladly give another 15 damage.
Okay.
And then
mhm.
Deep
what
Blue
else
is
you
just gonna provide cover for somebody who wants 3/4 cover, maybe.
All right. So he's still standing. Bartholomew, what are you gonna do?
So how's everybody looking? Like, we have what 2 guys left?
There's just the one. There's one guy left, and he's pretty badly. He just got 2 slugs from Greg.
Okay. How close is he to me?
He's. I would say he's probably about like just like 15 feet from you. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to him, put my shotgun against the back of his face, and I'm gonna whisper to him, I was gonna consider you my guest, and we're gonna have a couple drinks, but now I'm gonna shoot your brains out, and I will pull my trigger.
Do it.
For a nat 1.
Yes.
Jammed.
Jam.
This is a good point. I'm gonna add this little component. So you do that.
Yeah.
And you see him turn in that moment, and you see his face, and you realize his mouth is larger than it should be. His teeth are almost pointed, and you get the hint that there's like gills starting to develop on his neck.
Oh God.
So what I would like you to do is roll a D100 for me.
Yep.
Low is good. and you can use either your wisdom or your intelligence modifier. Double your modifier, and that's what you can use to lower it.
Okay, so 43.
So 43. Okay, write that number down. Okay. So in this moment, you're protecting your bar. You can't believe, like, this should not be happening. This is abnormal. Like, these goons, they come in, they do their business. You know not to get involved. But this is the first time they've ever started shooting up your place.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, I am, like, no, this is wrong. So
Yep.
you get this look in his eyes, and you are disturbed by what you see.
Okay.
So for the rest of the adventure, you now have a -1 to any of your rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Okay,
As
sorry.
you start seeing, like, there's like whispers in your head, like you're seeing things you've never seen before.
Yeah, and I'm a Triton. I can breathe underwater, and seeing
Yes.
gills on something like that is a little
Mm-hmm.
disturbing and strange. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So you start to pull the trigger, and you just see, and you're like, yeah, no. Okay.
Second attack, I will just grab my revolver, drop the
Okay.
shotgun, and try and shoot him again, because it is not right what I'm seeing.
Okay. Go for it.
Alright. So 16. It should be a 19. It's not getting me my extra.
Yeah, that
for
will
some
hit.
reason.
Mhm.
That's fine. So that is going to be 18 damage.
Yes. And so with that shot, you right through the chest, he falls down, and the 4 thugs are vanquished.
Perfect.
What would y'all like to do?
Well, that was fun. Like, rolls her eyes.
Yeah, I'm going to have more scars, and I'm going to have to pry this enemy here shortly.
Yeah, Millie will stand up and dust all the dirt and everything off, and then start looking around to see who she might be able to help with some potential healing.
So you quickly realize there was probably, I think Bartholomew said, about 10 to 15 patrons in here.
Mm-hmm.
So including the 5 of us, there was probably another 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
You quickly realize 4 of them you cannot help. There are 3 that have like minor wounds that are not that you can attend to.
Our
sorry.
folks? Or,
No,
sorry,
just like
these
just
guys?
just
Oh.
random people.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Then if they're minor, then I'll just be doing medicine checks just to kind of stitch
Yeah.
them up and send them on their way. Do I know any? Well, looking down, like what?
Who are you looking down at?
The dead thugs who were shooting
Okay.
everybody up. Would it be anyone that I would recognize for any reason?
Make a sanity check for me.
A sanity check.
Yes, just like what I had Bartholomew. As you look at this dead body, you see its face, and it no longer looks human. Like, its mouth is elongated. It has sharp teeth. You can see like gill slits starting to develop.
Right. Okay.
And
But it morphed. It was like
you weren't really paying attention to them, but now as like you're beginning to see these creatures, they're humans, but something is happening to them.
Okay.
Without
Tell me
offending the
how.
Triton, they're starting to get a fish mouth.
Okay. Tell me how he did
So
the
roll a
insanity check.
d20.
Okay.
Or sorry, roll a d100.
Okay. 84.
Okay. So either take your intelligence or your wisdom modifier, double it, and that's what you can subtract from your 84.
Intelligence
Or wisdom
or
modifier.
wisdom. And subtracting it is going to do what?
Lowers that number.
We want it to be lower?
You want it to be lower.
Okay, then I will take my wisdom modifier, which is a +3, so I'll take 6
So
away.
6. So that's 70. What?
That would
78.
be
78. Okay. So you've been in this town. You know what goes on, and there's whispers of stuff that's just kind of off your radar. You're a cleric, you heal people, you've seen a lot of strange things. But this disturbs you far greater than anything that you've ever seen. Like, this isn't right. So now you have -2 to all your rolls
Oh no.
as just the madness starts to set in of what you're experiencing.
Is my character like aware that something is going on with the other characters that are like close to them?
So I'm going to say that all of you played. You may not know each other, but they're like this in this area. You don't. No one knows anyone, but you all are probably working kind of in the same areas, kind of doing your own thing. You may have crossed paths a couple of times, but you're not going to let anyone know who you really are. So it's probable that you've probably have seen each other. You probably know Bartholomew. He's the owner of the place.
My question, however, was,
Mhm.
are we aware that something has taken place so that like the overall like health or overall well-being of the two characters that are close to the ones that are close to the bodies, are we aware that something like kind of bad is taking place? No.
You can see them, like their demeanor change, and that they're just kind of sitting there as processing what they just saw.
Okay, but we don't know if we can't tell if they've been poisoned or something like that.
No, unless they choose to tell you, like they've
Can
they're
I roll an
starting to be
insight check?
disturbed. Yeah.
Can I roll an insight check?
I don't think they're really trying to hide anything from you. You'd have to just go up there and talk to them if you wanted to know anything else.
Okay, so pulling my character, or I'm sorry, Axel Jane pulling a bullet out of her arm as if it's nothing, just like walks over to the to the bartender and the woman that had so kindly let her stay with her, or I'm sorry, hide with her, and starts like looking at them like, why would you approach these bodies? They're disgusting. I would never get so close to them.
I'm gonna look up at Axel Jane, study her a little moment. Just look at you and go, you remind me of the first woman who ever slapped my face. Then I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a long time. Very loudly, I'm gonna say the bar is closed. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets out.
Bartholomew, it's not doing anything hasty here.
Not you guys. The rest of you guys can stay who helped. I want to close the bar, lock it. If I have any bouncers, I want to put one at the door, and then I'm going to start rifling through these bodies.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a drink here for sure.
That's fine. I'm out. Nice knowing you.
No, I'm trying to keep you guys here. I don't want anyone else coming in here and shooting us up.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So
well, in that case,
when you look at the bodies, obviously there's 4 Tommy guns there. And you begin to really kind of look at the bodies. They're starting to kind of turn like bluish yellow hues to their skin. You can see what looks like almost scales in some places forming on them. But other than that, they're just wearing regular clothing. There's nothing, they don't have any possessions. There's nothing like else that would strike you as unusual.
Hmm.
Oh, what's wrong with them?
I don't know. That's why I wanted everybody out of here. I don't want anything coming in and out of this place till we can figure this out. She was Josephine's not the greatest singer, but she's always on time. Vito's been weird lately. I usually try to stay away from them because they don't come in here that often.
You see the gentleman with the fedora and the tie sitting in, just picking himself up. What the show he put on?
Right?
I think we can help each other out.
You are sorry?
Oh, I'd get a load of this bloke.
Yeah.
Right out of a movie,
I
I'd
would say this is a nice place you got here, but looks like somebody decided to do some interior decorating for you.
That's okay. It's happened not too often, but it happens. It adds to the atmosphere.
You know Josephine?
She's been in here for a while, yes. I'm more of a don't ask, don't tell kind of person. She gets paid handsomely for her job.
I like that amount. Tell you what, I think we can help each other out here. Name's Rick. Josephine asked me to come down here to find her brother. So that's my job. I think she may have just given us something else to do. And so you see him kind of loosen out his shirt and he pulls out a small key. This is what she gave me before she left.
Wow.
She whispered, "Don't let them do it. You gotta save us." And from this little demonstration, you seem a lot better to do that than I. So, what do you think?
Don't let them do what then? Wait.
So they just said, "Don't let them do it." That's all.
Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it.
Sounds like the opposite of a good clothing brand slogan.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Are there any other bodies on the ground, like other people who died?
Yeah, you see Miss Millie, she's kind of the ones that she can treat, that she's gotten them out of the room, and she's kind of doing last rites for a few other ones.
So there weren't any casualties.
No, there was about, I think I said about 4 bodies for people that didn't make it out.
Oh, right. Okay. Besides those guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Med penetration. So
Tommy gun.
is anything is this reminding me of anything I've investigated around here before or anywhere else before?
So your investigation has pretty much just been, this whole town is there's people that live in it, but it's just a shady place.
Yeah.
A lot of underground.
Would I know if there's actually people living under the city?
Make a what do I want you to do?
A deduction test.
Right. Yeah. No,
I was thinking survival, maybe.
Yeah, let's do survival. That's good.
A survival check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to touch myself in a guidance way. And
Huh?
You pull out this book of all the stuff that you've written down, you're thumbing through it, trying to help yourself figure out what's going on.
Blackjack.
So you have heard rumors. One of the things that happened after the storm was a lot of people started seeing some weird stuff. You know, this is pretty much used to be a human establishment, but with all the water, your Tritons, your Genasis started showing up.
Hmm.
Something associated with that storm, like temporarily suspended the connection, or well, it enhanced the connections between all the elemental planes.
Well, that's why I came, because I heard there was like a fire festival.
Right. And all that showed up was just a bunch of tents and
Yeah,
sandwiches.
Sunken City, and
Yeah. And you know, there's been rumors of some strange things happening and just like people disappear. But this is a place where people disappear.
All right. Well, I've got enough comings and goings here logged in of enough folks that I figure it's probably to do with the. I mean, you think there's folks living under the city now with these guilds and all? I mean, is it Bartholomew? You hear anything like that?
I haven't been under in a while. I have slowly tried to adapt myself to the surface. There's really not a lot you can do under the water for long periods of time. It's easier to get things up here. Plus, I kind of enjoy it up here. Would I have heard of anything in my general vicinity under the water? I don't leave my area that much.
I would say that there was a reason why you came to the land. There's just some stuff happening under the water that you don't want to be a part of.
Let's just say it's not a very safe area to go. There's a reason I'm up here. I don't know what that reason is. I didn't like it down there. You can say I used to live in a sewer. Now I live in a swamp, so I've come up in the world.
Well, I'm only up on the surface
Charming.
because deep blue here doesn't do too well when you were under the seawater there for too long. Tends to rust up like a junket bucket of bolts, and I give him a smack.
You have a walking tin man in a city that almost rains perpetually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can I reach? I'm gonna reach out my hand and like to the golem and be like, pleased to meet your acquaintance. Like
Yeah, as everybody's talking and introducing themselves, I'm going to make everybody a drink.
It just holds out its hand and gives you a fist bump.
gives me a fist bump like ow. I mean, nice to meet you too.
He's working on his manners still. If you're having a fight, just go hide underneath him. He's good at deflecting blows. But other than that, I don't know. Just ignore him. He's not. He's getting there, but he's not that smart yet. Leave the investigating up to me. That's what I always say. So let's head down to the water then, eh? I mean, see what's with these fish people or half fish people, whatever he's called.
We could also try and find Vito. He was the leader of these guys. It would probably be he'd be the area to go search, I would think.
I for one, I'm not just like gonna stand by, get shot at, and not do anything about it. You know.
Yep. But I think if we find Vito, that might be in our best interest to what's happening to these guys. Or we could go to the water. Personally, I'd rather find
Rick is
Vito.
going to sit down at your bar, Bartholomew, and he still has the key, and he goes, "See what this is."
Or we could see what the key is. Do you know what it's for? Did Josephine give you any?
It looks to me it goes to looks like to me it goes to some type of safety deposit box. I'm assuming there are banks here, right? You know there's at least one bank in the town that still works.
It hasn't been rifled through already. This town's
Okay.
gone to shit.
There's plenty of riverbanks.
Oh, So,
Hey, if
Uh,
Josephine doesn't come back, Bart, maybe that guy can be your next comedic act.
it's Bartholomew, never Bart.
Bartholomew. Gotcha.
Thank you. I'd hate to take a bite out of you because you are a cookie full of arsenic. So, so you guys want gin, whiskey, or some rum before we head out?
I'll take the special and like kind of like she kind of like gestures towards the greenish liquid that's like sitting.
So
in the
you
corner.
want an old fashioned? I can give you an old fashioned.
I'll take the old fashioned.
That's bourbon. That's good.
Yes.
Everyone else, how about a corpse reviver? It's with gin. Seems appropriate.
Yeah, I've always been partial to the rum myself, but
Rum?
in Rome.
Okay. I'll get you some rum. I'll make you a Mary Pickford.
How fancy.
So I just want to warn you before we venture into the depths of the city. There's things that I know of that I would want, memories and other bits of information I wouldn't want to impart on anyone. But there is, as of now, quite the outbreak. People are highly addicted to this drug known as Aether Blue, and it effectively turns them into zombies and gives them magic missile like like abilities. I would know, but I can't tell you how I know.
Well, until we actually know something, I would suggest let's go to the safety deposit box. See what's in there first. It's the only clue we currently have. And there's a reason why Josephine went to Rick here.
I'll tell you what. You check that out. I'm gonna go keep looking for her brother. See if I can get some leads with that. We'll maybe see each other sometime.
Good a plan as any.
He tips
Sounds
his
good to
hat,
everyone?
cheers you, throws back a whiskey, and walks out the door.
Looks like we're doing his work for him. So the four of you good with that? Three of you, sorry.
I guess we have no other choice because this guy is the boss around here, supposedly.
Well, four of us with the... What's your metal guy's name? Does he have a name?
It's Deep Blue.
Deep Blue.
We just we're just trying to stay under the radar, not make too many waves.
Okay. It seems like he can't swim. That's an odd name for something that can't swim.
He makes a fair point.
Okay, I'm going to grab my cloak from behind the bar, pick up a whole bunch of flasks full of alcohol, and lock the door as we go out.
Does it make want to take a Tommy gun before they leave?
Ooh, no.
It's not my style, and I'd rather keep the shotgun, but how much ammo
figure
are in
out a way to strap
ammo.
all of the Tommy guns to Deep Blue?
So you pick the one that has the most ammo, and you find one that has like 20 rounds left in it.
Okay. I'll take it. It's not my forte, but I will grab one, yes.
If you do decide to use it, let me know, and I'll
Okay.
let you know what I can do.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so we will shift scenes here. This is the one I think of. This is the one I want. Yeah. So as you can see, and you're walking through town, it's just a bleak day like every other day. The cars are broken down. Very few of them worked. They've been stripped for parts. And you do make your way to the bank. Do y'all want to go to the bank during business hours or after business hours?
Ooh. What time is it right now?
It's really hard to tell, but it's probably Josephine probably sings at night, so it's probably the bank is probably closed right now. It's in the
Break is
evening.
probably closed. Okay. Well, I took 12 points of damage. Like, I kind of want to take a long rest.
I don't know if we want to spend that much time doing nothing right now. The
Well, it's a
further we
good
go,
thing. Maybe it's a good thing that there's something of a doctor around, and she'll start stitching her up, and we'll do a first level cure wounds.
Are you a cleric?
I am a cleric.
Oh, lovely. It's always good to have a cleric.
9 points of healing to you.
Okay, thank you. How much? Wait, what did you roll?
9 points of healing for you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much.
How does your magic work?
As far as you know, I'm just stitching her up. I'm just doing
magical
basic,
needle and thread.
basic,
Mhm.
basic triage.
She's working her magic.
It's been very difficult to figure out how I'm gonna do cleric spells without them being spelly spells.
Spelly spells.
Spelly spells.
Spelly spells.
Not regular spells.
So
What do you guys want to do? I'd rather not to, but I could probably break in and get into the safety deposit box. It's not something I enjoy doing, but I might be able to, but up to you guys.
I would say
What do you think?
Bartholomew, you probably have. Would you use the bank?
No, I'd keep everything at the bar.
Okay.
I would never have walked into this place. No.
Okay.
Now, what about if you tried to pretend you wanted to use the bank and open up a safety deposit box, but then you grab the other key while you're in there and you use it.
We could
You're a
try that in the
business owner.
morning. Our other option would be Millie hears about the sorry, what race were you again, Millie?
Yeah.
Millie, for all
Let's
intents
see.
and purposes, looks very much like a human, except when you look at her eyes, they are a swirling blue. She is a water genasi.
Okay. The other option would be to dress you up like Josephine and just walk in and say you're Josephine. You want to see your safety deposit box in the morning.
But Josephine's well known, right?
Always send deep blue through the back wall.
I like that.
I'd rather not make a lot of noise.
Well, it's more like a
More than
Kool-Aid commercial than anything else, but yeah.
would the sound of 4 guys shooting up my bar bring any cops to this area by chance? Nothing.
Cops.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in our area.
So as far as you know of, there is not a
standard
they-
police force.
There's not a police force. It's
Okay.
like it's basically run
The Wild
by
West.
Yes.
the
Okay.
thugs, and everybody kind of has their turf, and
It's run by Al
you know,
Capone.
Yep, Vito has been pretty good to you. He doesn't ask for a lot. Just free drinks for his boys and a little bit under the table, but leaves you alone.
I say while the night is still young, I think we should head over to the water area and just investigate. I know the area quite well, actually, and I have a reliable and trustworthy confidant that might give us some information.
I know the area too. I just don't want to go there, but I'd rather not break into here. So sure, let's head to the waterfront.
Okay. So basically the way it is that after the storm, there's kind of the high ground where your bar is, and like the bank and the majority of the town that is still above water. The closer you get to the waterfront, there are parts that you have to take a boat, like a la Venice or something like that, to get around. And then there are parts like where the docks would be and things like that that are completely underwater.
Okay.
That that's where the Triton, a lot of the Tritons hang out, and like you can only access it if you can swim. Because at that point you're out into the open ocean, and like there's not, at this point no one has really rebuilt any type of fishing fleets.
Yep.
So it's just small boats that nobody asks questions about when they're there. So like there's so the waterfront to you guys would be basically where the streets disappear into the water.
Okay.
So from here, you either have to swim or you have to find a boat. If there's a specific type of building that you want to find, let me know. Or if you want to walk along like the waterfront as
I
it's
have an
here.
idea. I say we go to the town locksmith and find out as much information as we can about the key so that we can know what kind of lockbox we're looking for.
So I would say you probably know that this is some type of safety deposit box, which is about as big as this paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would actually probably might even have a number on it
Yeah.
on the key.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about you, Miss Millie there, but I've got a thing where we could all walk on water if we need to for I think an hour at a time. So maybe I got
You can do
1
that
hour.
also.
I mean, it's a
Sneaky
thing that
trick.
I believe I see in the eyes. We share something like that. So potentially we have an hour trip on foot on water, and then an hour back if the two of us can work together on that.
I can
if
do
that
that too,
helps.
so we'd have an extra hour.
Oh, well, there you go.
How can you guys walk on water? What am I?
Triton. It's a Triton ability.
Yeah, but how can Craig walk on water?
Because
We
we're
can-
water genasies.
We can
Oh, you
call
guys are all
yeah.
water genasi. I'm the only human.
You're the only human.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so
I
Yeah.
can cast water walk
No.
on everybody.
I'm gonna do
You
something.
warm-blooded freak.
I'm gonna do a little like sneaky. Can I do like a sneaky? Is that okay?
So if you want to
What would
go
you like?
down to the waterfront and just try to, if you wanted to do like a investigation check for me,
That's
I
what I was
can
thinking about.
tell you what you find out.
Yes,
there's-
this sounds like a plan.
But can I run a sleight of hand check? I've got like like a criminal nature, and I'm interested in this gold key. I want to see what's in the lockbox myself. Can I run a sleight of hand check and like try to take the key from Bartholomew?
You can try. Yeah.
Against my sleight of hand?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Roll a 17.
One sec. I can't remember because I'm an investigator. Do I get advantage on that?
I wouldn't say sleight of hand. I think that would be more of a thief ability.
It would show it on your sheet next to sleight of hand. It'd be an A.
Yeah.
Which sorry, right. No, it's stealth I'm looking at. All right. So just another contested 19.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so you tried to slip your hand like where you saw the little pouch where he put the key, and Bartholomew, what are you going to do? You see Axel Jane kind of getting a little cuddly with you.
Break her fucking fingers. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna look at her and laugh and just say I've met a lot of hard-boiled eggs in my time, but you're 20 minutes.
You just hear a click.
Yeah.
While they're sleight of
sorry.
handing each
That'd
other.
still be a 19 because I got a -1 to my roll. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, while they're sleight of
forgot about
handing each other, I'm going to be looking for fish footprints. Or
Fish footprints.
If
So I'm like, there's
I've died.
there's people that have like Tritons and stuff that have been walking around this area, but
I think I found some fish footprints, folks.
I could
So what am I gonna do when everyone's walking on water and doing that thing.
Well, I mean, it depends on where they want to go. Like,
I did say I could give it to you, so don't worry.
yeah, he can give you the ability to walk on water if you need to.
Must be real nice to try to steal from somebody as they're telling you how to help.
If there's any Tritons in the area, I'd like to go up to one of them that's maybe well dressed,
Okay.
and ask them if they've seen anything like what we just fought with gills in this area.
Humans with gills.
Yes. I'll just explain everything that I saw.
When's the last time you were underwater?
Been a while. Like a while. I go down, I pretty much use it for other things.
Don't do it anymore. There's a whispering down there. We can't figure out what it is. If we're down there for more than 10, 15 minutes, we lose our sense of direction. We don't know up from down. We've lost a couple of people. I just wouldn't do it anymore. It's not safe.
Okay. That tracks. Thank you. I'll relay that to everybody.
Well, I'm right intrigued.
I'm intrigued, but not stupid.
Well, I've got this here candle of the deep. It doesn't go out when we go underwater.
I don't understand. You guys are all water inclined. You know Genasi and Triton. I don't understand. You don't know what this is? Like you don't know what this whispering is?
Well, you're a human. Have you ever seen humans with gills?
To be honest, no. That's a first for me.
These ain't Tritons.
For me, when people tell me not to go somewhere, there's a reason. If they start going mad, there's a reason. You don't walk into that.
Yeah, it's like the first time someone told me to go to Bartholomew's pub there.
And then you get shot.
That's rare. Shouldn't happen. Vito should know better.
So where's this Vito fella hang out most of the time?
I don't leave my bar much. I get everything sent to me. All I only know is his reputation. Josephine's not really talked about him much. I didn't really know she was with him that often. And that's disturbing.
Do we know where
I will tell you
place?
that is, you did find that very odd.
Could you repeat that?
That Josephine had never left with Vito before. So that was like the first time that Bartholomew had seen that happen.
Yeah. I think we need to help Rick in finding her brother. That's more important than what's under the water. If that leads to the same thing, that leads to the same thing.
Well, do you know where Josephine's place is, where she usually stays?
Probably not. No, I'm not asked. You come in, you do your job, you get paid, you leave.
Well, I don't know what to do before the morning.
Our other option is to go find Rick again and get more information out of him. He's a private detective. We could try his office.
He doesn't have an office here.
No, he's
home.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a Starbucks.
He is. Well, no, he's walking around the city trying to.
Okay.
So I'll just throw an idea out. I'll throw an idea out there. Like maybe if we ever decide that we want to go to the waterfront, I'm gonna need some scuba gear because I'm human.
That's a little that'll look funny. Sorry, no.
Like I was like, I love the idea of like those like big like underwater, like old school underwater like apparatuses, you know, they're like big and like clunky. Like that's what I want.
If you really wanted to, you could probably scare that up.
Is there any way that I could potentially put her inside of the steel defender.
Oh my god. that'd be
No, I
so
don't think it
cool.
would be waterproof.
No,
Right.
Yeah,
that thing's made out of runes and metal.
Yeah. You never
yeah,
know in
can we
1930s.
do that? Can we go searching for like our preemptive like gear acquire like acquisition?
It's
I
the
mean,
middle
you
of the
can.
night.
Yeah, well, that's the
Everything's
best
In
time to
this
get
town you
things.
can find anything. In this
Yeah,
town
is
you
it-
can find anything.
Is there a place where like a boat where that anybody would like typically for work go under the water in the
I would say that
Like Venice. Just
you know,
everyone
I
in
would
That's just
gondolas.
I would
everywhere.
say that there is you could search long enough along where the boats that are still there. You could probably find the equipment to go underwater if you wanted to.
Okay, let's do that.
Like
Let's-
there you find a suit, like there's a suit and there is an air tube tied to the top and that leads to the and you find bellows that would somebody would have to be pumping the bellows to give air to the person in the suit.
Eric. Okay, where do we find the suit?
Well, if you trust Deep Blue, he's pretty good at following instructions. He could
So I mean, I'm gonna say if you want to find it, you can find it. Like you can find a boat, an old boat that still has this equipment on it.
Hey, let's-
People just abandoned.
Let's go. That sounds like the best idea right now because we can't go to the bank. It's like it's the wee hours of the night. Like but we can't waste time. We've got no time to lose.
Either that or we could go find Rick Spade if he's going to look for a brother. I don't see the point of going underwater to look at something and potentially get lost while we're down there. Just makes no sense to me. But if you want to, sure. But if I leave you down there, that's not my fault.
Okay, let's go acquire some gear so that I can eventually have an underwater adventure with you guys.
Well, maybe you'll grow some gills while you're down there.
we're not going to be able to carry the gear
I'm
around
gonna
with
need
us,
some
so
ghillie
unless we
weed.
know where we're diving and why we're diving there,
Wait,
you're going to be
wait.
stuck to the tube of this boat. So we have to know where this boat's going and why it's going there.
Yeah. We don't have a location of anything. That would just be rowing out and jumping down and seeing
Why
what's
don't
there.
one of
Yeah,
us or two of us just go down there and take a peek quickly?
So in theory, there is part of the town that is underwater.
Mhm.
So like that there's basically the Tritons have kind of moved in there
Yes.
to these rooms that are underwater and trying to do their best to keep them from rotting. But there's entire warehouses, there's entire homes, businesses
Half the city's
are-
under.
that is all underwater.
Yep.
So
It'd be a needle in a haystack. That's all I'm thinking.
okay, so let's go down to I don't know. It's what if you what's your idea then? If you don't like my idea of trying to find an underwater apparatus, then why don't we do whatever you would like to do?
There's tons of options. That's our problem.
Finding Rick is not a good idea because we've already spoken with him and he's given us all the information we need. Like he's given us the key. He's given us the key. He's given us the key.
So then
Yep.
let's go break into the bank in the middle of the night then.
Or wait and sleep and then go in the morning.
I'm going to dive into the water.
Okay. So you dive in and like I described, there you can clearly see like just below the surface of the water, there's the roof of buildings. And
I'm just looking for any kind of strange feeling, weird, anything that looks out of place besides the sunken buildings.
okay.
Anything
right.
that's like giving me creepy vibes or anything like that.
right.
You know,
So make an investigation check.
I will rub my mustache while doing it to give myself guidance. The
Mhm.
handlebars. Ooh. So
What'd you roll?
28.
28. Okay.
That's not bad.
All right. You're swimming along and you notice something. You could swear there is something glowing on one of these doors down here. You swim closer and closer. You look at it. You're almost drawn to this glow. Very quickly, it starts to swirl on you.
Do I
The
feel like it's one of those
water-
fish with a light?
Right? It's a lanternfish. It's just going to
Yeah.
eat you. Yeah. So it's these symbols that you've never seen before, and they start to glow and they start to swirl.
Hmm.
And you start hearing whispers floating in the water. You
Well, that's right.
start seeing like things popping out of the side of your vision, like these tentacles that are moving through the water. Make a sanity check for me.
Ooh,
So roll
fun.
D100.
I can't do that inside of D&D Beyond. Okay.
So take either your wisdom or intelligence modifier, multiply it by 2 and subtract it from your 57.
49.
49. Okay. So yes, you just, as Bartholomew told you what the Tritons that he talked to told you, you're beginning to lose your sense of direction, and you can only hold it for a moment. You swim up to the surface, almost gasping for air.
Well, that's
As
I forgot I could.
madness.
I forgot I could breathe underwater there for a minute.
Well, I know. So do Genasi's breathe underwater?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Or water.
that's
Water does.
what makes it so strange. You come out of the water grasping for air. Like, you should be able to handle it down there. Everything that you sensed would be described as drowning. But
That's right. Terrifying.
and so now you do have a -1 to all additional rolls, and write down that number, please.
So I take it that's a no? That's
Whoa.
a no.
I
I guess we're breaking into a bank.
There's some kind of a glowing light thing down there. It seems to be messing things up. It's messed me up pretty good there. It feels like a
Pretty much what the Triton said.
fish
That's
out
disturbing.
of water. Yeah.
Well, we either break into a bank, I guess.
Yeah, let's make our way away from here at least.
So do you want to do it at night or during the day?
We want to do it during the day.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it during the day, I'll suggest we go back to the tavern and sleep there.
Okay. Fair.
And that way we don't actually have to break in. We can just walk in.
How many hours until daybreak?
It's probably 6 hours.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, enough for y'all to get a full rest in. That's fine.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah. So next morning, there's still like y'all are all used to it. It's perpetual haze that is over the city. It just kind of every day there's a shower. It's just commonplace now. So what would you like to do at the bank?
Do you guys want to open up our own, or just see if we could have Millie pose as Josephine?
Well, I think it's up to Millie. If Miss Millie,
Do
if you
I have to pose specifically as Josephine, or do I just need to go up and say I'm here to see my security deposit box?
Might work. I don't know how often she's here, especially if she gave Rick her key.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna say I'm anybody. I'm just gonna say I want to be shown to my box. Here's
Okay.
my key. I want to be so shown to my box. That's
I'll
fine.
hand her the key.
Okay. You do know there's a couple of there's a letter and number combination on the key.
I'll get you vanilla ice cream as soon as I'm done being a badass doctor lady in this game.
Ice cream.
Then yeah, then as soon as the bank opens, she's gonna as soon as the bank opens, she's just gonna go in straight up to the teller, and do just that.
Okay.
If I need to make a performance check, that's probably not gonna be great, but I'll do it. But yeah.
Go ahead and make me one just so we can see what you get.
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay. So
Oh,
are all
minus
of you
2,
going
so
in or
13.
just Millie?
I'll go with her. I'll pose as
Did-
her friend.
Does
I'll
my
just
negative
stay
2
out.
transfer still?
Huh?
Does my negative 2 still transfer?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so then it's a 13.
13. Okay.
I'll just wait out by the entrance to the safe deposit box.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
I'll go with her. I'll say I'm her sister or something.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
put
don't
the
need to say anything. The less that we say, the better.
Oh, true.
I'm just gonna
So-
pull the hood up on my cloak.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Deep Blue tap you on the shoulder and bother you and be less inconspicuous than you want to be,
Okay.
probably.
So I just want to make
Oh,
sure
how long
I
you been
have-
living
hate
here,
all of you.
Bartholomew?
So I want to make sure where everybody is. So we have Millie and Axel Jane going. So y'all are going together, correct? Yep, the two of y'all are together.
Yes.
Bartholomew and Crag, you are both inside the bank, correct?
Yeah, I'm just like waiting by the door that they walked in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm outside the bank, but I can see Bartholomew from where I am.
Okay.
And
so
Deep Blue is
alright.
with him.
All right. So Millie and Jane, you get a sense of kind of what's going on here. There's kind of some offices out to the side. There's you know, it's slow. Not many people are using the bank. There is a person kind of at their desk, and then behind him, you can see that there is a locked door, and then what looks like to be boxes and stuff behind him, behind the door. So you walk up to
Stop.
him, you show him the key. He looks at it, looks at you, looks at it again, goes, okay, right this way. And he goes, one moment. And he gives you back the key and he writes something down on a piece of paper and he folds it. And then he waves someone else over and he hands them this piece of paper. Okay, very well. Let me show you the box.
Insight check.
Okay.
I'll roll on 2.
Oof. I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
7.
Did you just roll an inside check?
Check.
And 12. Okay.
I got 12.
It looks suspicious, but you didn't catch anything that was written on it, and the guy didn't give off any type of vibe from what you can tell.
Okay.
So-
Then yeah, as we turn to follow, I'll like turn back towards Bartholomew and like give like a little nods up.
like,
I
and I
will-
kind of.
Sorry. Nope, go.
Okay.
I kind of like nudge Millie. And I'm like, Hey, if we get rich, let's skip town.
I'm just gonna attempt to hide.
Millie
Okay.
follows the guy.
So he leads you to a back room, and he's please make yourself comfortable. I will be right back with the box. So you're in a little
This is a
like
little
little-
viewing room.
Yep, little viewing room where they lock, the doors open. You
Do
see
they
him,
open inside or they open outside?
so it would open outside. Let's do it this way. So he pulls the door open for you, and there's a little table, and he says, "I'll be right back with your box." And so he brings you the box, and would you like me to leave the door open or close it for you?
Close it, please.
And so he
just-
leaves and closes the door.
I'm just gonna slowly make sure I have eyes on him.
So you see him come out.
Yep.
Okay. And then you see him go to the person that he handed the note to, and you see them talking
Okay.
in like a whispered tone.
How far away are they from me?
They're probably, let's say, probably about 50 feet.
Can I try and stealth close to them and see if I could hear what they're saying? I'm wearing a cloak of elvenkind. It gives me advantage on
It's
stealth checks.
pretty wide open between
Oh,
you and
pretty
them.
wide
There's
open?
like,
Okay.
yeah, there's just like a
Deep blue
desk
is actually
and some-
right behind you, creeping as well.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Like,
All right, just checking. I'll just make
Yeah.
sure I have eyes on both of them then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Millie's gonna tell Axel Jane, stand there by that door. Get ready to shoot anyone else that comes through.
I'm on it. And like,
And I'm gonna go over to the box.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it for any funny business before
The cleric
Open
is
it up.
going to check for traps.
funny business. I said what I
Okay.
said.
Yeah, it seems to be just an ordinary box.
Okay, then I'm gonna open it.
Okay. So inside, you see a folded piece of paper,
God. No money?
and
Any money?
you
Any money?
see this object. It's like a little stone tablet, but there's arcane writing on it that you don't understand. And
Okay.
the writing begins to swirl as you get drawn into this tablet, unfolding mystery after mystery, as you begin to question everything about the world. I'd like you to make another sanity check, please.
Oh God. Oh God. Don't flip off the DM.
Roll low.
Because I'm like
That's
the
not low.
Yeah, so that makes it a 70.
Okay. What was your first roll?
It was like a 74,
Okay.
76.
All right. So as you're looking at this amazing artifact, you can't help but wonder, they should summon it. There's no reason not to. It's perfection. It will cleanse the world of everything. It will make everything right again. All you want to do is be there when it happens, to enjoy that glorious moment. You're now driven mad with the desire to summon something from the great deep. And you will guard this item, and you won't tell anyone about it, for it's very, very precious to you.
So what's
You pick it up and you slide it in your coat
oh
and you treasure it. You now have -5 addition to your -2 to all your rolls as you suffer 1 level of insanity.
oh my gosh.
You can still function, but everything that you do will be to meet whatever it is that they are trying to summon.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You
No.
unfold the paper, and it's kind of a rough sketch of the town. And you notice that there is some like a red circle around a building not too far where y'all were initially. You recognize it kind of its area as an old warehouse that's not far from the waterfront.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Would I know? Can we tell from each other that we're going insane?
You don't know me.
You don't know. Like it's not like she hasn't you haven't been around her enough and she hasn't done anything that you would see as something that insane that would be odd for her behavior.
Okay.
Yep.
So she wouldn't have
So-
seen the rune go in her pocket then.
Not if she was doing her job and keeping an eye on
Yeah.
things.
Yep. So with that, if it's okay, you want to take like a 15-minute break,
Yeah,
Sure.
10-minute break. That's great.
and then we'll come back and we'll see what happens next.
Sounds good.
Yay! This has been awesome! Woo!
This has been fun.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad you could continue to hang out with us as we are continuing to do the fundraiser for Jen. Can you help me out here? Do you know what the name of it is?
Horde.
The Horde.
The Horde Collectibles and Gaming fundraiser.
Thank you. Jen handles all my technical stuff. This is awesome. Whenever I
If you look at the picture that's
the,
showing right now,
The
and
overlay.
you compare it to the pictures in
Yes.
the top, they don't look much different.
So we have done very well, and again, we're in the home stretch here. And once again, I would like to thank everyone that has contributed and joined in on all the streams. One of the great things about this community is that when we have an opportunity to help, that help is done. And so Wiley reached out to us, and absolutely, it's been a blast putting together this for him, and helping out his brother. Just, it's all, as seen several times, it's just, a local comic book store or a little place that you can hang out is so valuable in the community. And it's even with insurance and other things, there's always costs associated with it that are just very time consuming and very difficult to take care of. So any little bit helps, and we appreciate you hanging out with us. But back to the story. Yeah, so just a reset. Our group of 4 are in the sinking or half sunken little fishing town of Innsbruck, where something quite strange is happening to some of the citizens. And one of our own has slipped into madness. And we're about to see where this takes us. So Bartholomew, we'll start with you. So you're kind of casually working your way toward the 2 gentlemen that you've seen be having the conversation. It stops pretty much as they realize they've been talking for a little bit. Then you see one of the gentlemen goes over to a hat rack, grabs his hat and puts it on, and starts to walk out the front door.
Okay.
So Craig, you do see a gentleman, you kind of see him through the window. He comes up, he walks out the door, kind of bumps into Deep Blue on the way out, and kind of looks around and then just walks off.
Well, I see that. Would I know if Deep Blue can relay messages?
I don't know what he can do.
Okay. I'm gonna basically look
you
at.
can go talk to the metal can to see.
Well,
if
if he was
anything.
right beside me, not knowing what he is or what it's about, I'll just look at it and go, "Can you follow him, please?" and see what happens.
Okay.
Um,
Craig, does anything happen to Deep Blue?
it will look down at you,
Mhm.
and then it'll look over at me. And then if you look over at me, you'll see me kind of give a little head nod, and it
Okay,
listens
it's
to
as
me.
long as you look at me, I'm gonna just point to my eyes and tell you to follow. See where the other guy goes.
So I just
Just a quick,
I just do a little
Okay.
point, and
and I'll wait for the girls.
Okay.
It starts walking. Yeah.
So, Jane, as you are looking out the window of the little door, all you're seeing is you see the guy who let you in. You saw him leave. A few moments pass. You hear Millie open up the security deposit box, and she doesn't say anything to you. And a few minutes later, you see the gentleman come back, and he knocks on the door. Are you done? Are you ready to return the box? Can I open the door?
Yep. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Oh, of course.
For your assistance. And
He opens the door, and so will you be returning any contents to the box? Should we do you want to keep the box, or what would you like to do with the box?
I got here.
No. Go ahead and close my account.
Okay,
Send me the final bill.
yes, I will put that on the ledger, and that we'll send it to the person that it is registered to. And so he kind of looks at you and closes the box and goes, "Okay, you please." And he points you toward the exit, or to leave the area that you're in.
And leave. Do the come along to Axel Jane.
And so he goes and puts the box away. You see Bartholomew has moved from his original position. But yeah, that's about it.
Then yeah, still coolly, calmly. I'm supposed to be there doing all of this, going to catch his eye and leave the bank until we can get back to either the bar, and I'll show him the paper.
Okay. So how far do you, Craig, how far do you want Deep Blue to go away? Because you see the guy, he goes and he's basically walking away, like not
Down the block?
street that you came. He's going around the corner and going down a different path.
Okay, well, he's gonna kind of wait when my vision of him is about to be gone. I would have him like stay within vision of me, is what I was like.
Okay.
Always command, unless I've told him to do something else, then always
Right.
like make sure I can see you.
So
to give you
you
commands.
see him, Deep Blue, and the guy go down like an alley, and he's about to leave your visual range.
I'm
You
going
want-
to pursue. I think I'll try to let Bartholomew know that I'm taking off too, and I'll give Deep Blue the go ahead to go around the corner when I know I can catch up soon.
Okay. All right. So the Bartholomew, you see Craig and Deep Blue leave your field of vision.
Yep.
And you see Millie and Axel Jane come walking towards you.
Okay. I'd probably just inform them that I want to see what happens over here, and if we could go somewhere out of sight if we can, just so we have eyes on the where they went. But I just want to see what Millie found in the lockbox while trying to keep an eye on the alleyway.
Okay. So y'all kind of exit the bank and you go kind of around the corner. If you can see, roll 20. You can kind of say like, this is the bank over here, and
Yep.
they're kind of exiting out this way around the corner. So it's kind of leaving. He's kind of going out into the mist. You see the guy who left the building is out of your visual range, and you see Deep Blue go around the corner, and then you see Crag not too far behind, about to leave. Like they're probably 50 yards away from you at this point.
Okay.
When I'm like just passing out of his vision and I kind of just do like one last like see ya, I'm going to pull out like a little tiny cube and click it, and you'll see like a little light shine from it, little green light, and I'll just hold it up and I'll drop it on the floor somewhere in the corner or whatever, and then keep going.
Okay. All right. So Craig, you go off around the corner, and so now that leaves the three of you kind of standing off over to the side, kind of in the beginning of this back alley. There doesn't seem to be anyone around you at this point.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 3-minute count to see if he comes back. If not, I'll see if these guys want to follow. What did you find in the lockbox? You're muted.
I'll hand him the paper with the map on it.
Okay. So you unfold it. It's a kind of a map of the waterfront area. And there is a building that is circled in red.
Okay. Anything else on it? Would there be like any dust or anything from the object that she took that I didn't see?
No, I would say that this whatever object that it was, as far as you know of, there wasn't anything else in the
Okay.
box.
And is that in the direction of where the gentleman went down the alley or a different area?
No, and like you could get there, but I'm like it's not in the general direction. Y'all are up on the part of the city that's above water, and so this would probably be close to where the general vicinity where you were earlier.
Okay. I'm gonna tuck the note away. You guys want to follow? It just seems strange that we went to get a lockbox and then, while I'm assuming he's on shift, just leaves. Makes
Did
Mhm.
I see the object that she was holding?
Nope.
I didn't see it.
No,
Mm-mm.
you were guarding the door.
You were looking outside the window,
Oh.
making sure that no one came through.
Oh, okay.
hmm
She
Just
quickly
seems-
pocketed the object and then pulled out the map only.
Yep.
Right. Right. And lockbox opened up from the top.
Yep.
So yeah, it would have been plenty easy.
So you did bring the object with you.
You don't know nothing about no object. Don't worry about it.
We don't know nothing.
Nope.
You haven't seen the object. All you know is that there was a map in the box.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm more worried about the guy that just left for no apparent reason after handing the box over.
It was the banker guy.
hmm
Mm-hmm. I'm more interested in where he's going right now than what's on this map.
I'm trying to leave a trail of infusions.
Breadcrumbs. Yes.
if you should,
Magical
okay.
tinkerings. Yeah. So after 3 minutes, if he doesn't come back out, I'd slowly make way through the alleyway.
Bragg, what are you going to do? Are you going to double back, or are you going to keep following this guy?
I'm totally I'm assuming that if they can hopefully find my little tinker lights, and I'm just going to be following Big Blue, and then eventually I'll tell him to just follow me because I'll catch up.
Okay.
And so he's just kind of staying back a little farther because he's not the most stealthy fellow, and I'm following the guy if I can.
Okay.
Keep at a
All right.
distance, but yeah.
So, give me a perception check to see if you can keep up with this person. Like if
Okay.
you lose, because he's basically going down these back alleys, and like you're somewhat familiar with them, but there's also a lot of haze in the air.
Right.
So it's going to be difficult for you to kind of keep up with him.
I'm vigorously stroking my handlebar mustache, giving myself guidance.
Don't forget what do you have, -1 or -2?
Oh, -1.
Okay.
So 7 plus 2.
Okay. So as you're kind of going through these alleys and stuff, you are kind of trying to figure out where he is, and then boom, you run into Deep Blue. And Deep Blue kind of gives you a shrug, like, I don't know.
Oh, mate. Come on. You're supposed to. Were you watching him? Come on.
Oh.
Clunk of garbage. Well, that didn't go so well. I'm gonna. I guess I'll just investigate the
Okay.
area that I'm in.
All right. Make
To
an
see if there's-
investigation check.
Anything out of the ordinary that I might be able to spot, like shady business dealings, anything
Okay.
that, you know. Maybe I just lost him. Oh, geez, 11.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, you know,
10.
it's basically you see some just, you know, these are just some old buildings down here, some old hideaways. There's, you know, 5-10 places that he could have ducked.
Yeah, I'm just scratching my mohawk and my goatee at the same time, or mustache, and waiting there kind of to hopefully they catch up to me
Okay.
or somebody.
So you catch up, you make your way through these back alleys, you find Crag in Deep Blue. You see Crag is kind of, you know, poking his head in different buildings, looking around, but that's basically it.
You gonna lose him?
Lost him. Yeah.
Darn.
Any chance you know anything around here that might have something to do with a bank?
Would I?
What was the
What-
question?
Would I know what's in this vicinity?
You're still above ground, I mean, like above water, so this is just these back alleys, like I said, are just old buildings. People are, you know, using them for homes. You know, some people, you know, they're
It's just an alley.
Yeah, some of them are torn apart for wood, and you
Sorry, gang. Sorry.
yeah,
lost
you
him.
open one,
Okay.
someone lives here because there's just stuff thrown about. But yeah,
Darn. I
unless
wanted to ask
someone
him
else wants to
questions.
try, unless somebody else wants to try to make an investigation check.
I would be happy to.
Okay.
See, he was right here, and then there was like this bloke with a yellow shirt, and he kind of walked in front, and then that was the last time I saw him.
23.
Okay. So as you're kind of going down this alley, and you're kind of looking a little closer at the doors, and then pretty soon you can see a pattern in the way the doors are marked. Like some have a line, then you go a couple of doors down, and there's 2 lines with another line here. The next door has a line, and you're getting closer and closer. You feel like you're being drawn to something. And then you come up to another door, and you see ///3 this way, and it starts to glow, and the lines start to swirl, and you're drawn to it, and you begin to hear whispers again. Make another sanity check for me, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
In their own.
We're just gonna be rolling negative dice by the end of this.
That's sanity for you.
It's Cthulhu, right? Right?
Yeah.
So -6. So 37.
37. Okay, what did you roll the first time?
43.
Okay. As long as you're under 100 combined, you're okay.
Okay.
So, again, you begin to hear the whispers. This time they're a little bit stronger. You feel compelled to go in here and find out what's going on, maybe even become part of it. It's drawing you closer and closer. The whispers are starting to make actual sense. But something there in the back of your head is telling you that this isn't normal. This isn't right. But it's so hard not to give into it. So you will have another -1 to all your rolls. So it's a -2 total.
Yep.
And you want to go into this room. It's up to you whether or not you actually do it.
At this point, I think he's slowly starting to go through his mind of what he's been doing in the bar and trying to figure out what's going on. He's gonna pretty much just have a quiet little sit down and talk to himself because he thinks
Okay.
he might be the problem and the reason this is happening.
Okay. So you see the three of you. You see Bartholomew walk up to this door, just stare at it, and start to open it, then backs away and just turns and sits down.
Yeah.
Miss Millie, you see like where he put his hand, you can actually see like the glow of his handprint on there, and you can see that cross pattern glow.
And I'm gonna
can-
put my I'm sorry, I'm gonna pull back into my hood and really try to hide even where I am.
I can see the cross pattern glow.
So there's a cross pattern etched on this door, but to
Okay.
you it's glowing, and like where he put his hand, there's a glow around it as well.
Do I notice any other glow on him when he takes his hand away?
Nope, just where he put his hand and the actual tick marks on the door are glowing.
Interesting. What happens if I touch the door?
You just when you walk up to the door, you just feel compelled to go inside.
Is there a reason we're not going in here?
I'm not answering. I'm mumbling to myself.
I'll open the door.
Okay. So you open the door. It's dark. There's a little bit of light that comes through, but you can quickly see like all over the floor, and from what you can see around on the door and the floor, there's all these drawings and symbols and everything else written into and etched into the wood. To you, they're glowing.
Can I make any kind of check with a -7?
What do you want to do? Let's put it that way.
Do any of the marks match the item in my pocket?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
they're the same symbols. Mhm.
And this is just sorry. So this is another door. No, sorry.
This is a room,
This is a
basically.
room.
Mhm.
Right. And the markings are just all on the walls everywhere.
Yep. And
What
there
else
is a faint smell of like rotted fish in here,
What else is in the room?
like the faint smell of rotted fish.
Sorry, like what? Like whether items or just it's empty
Oh,
room. Just
it looks like there's cots on the floor. There's dirty rags, dirty clothes, blood. It looks
Can I-
like a horror scene in here.
can I tell? Okay, can I make a medicine check to see how old the blood is?
Yes.
It's -7.
Okay.
So 16.
You can tell it's a mix. There's some fresh blood, there's some old blood in here. It's just it's all
Sure.
just
So I'm able to tell
piles.
that it's been recently used.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Does this room have any other doors that go anywhere else?
Nope. Just the one that is currently open.
Is anyone else following me in here?
I don't know. Is anybody else following you in there? Bartholomew is sitting on the ground.
Uh-huh.
You,
Yep.
Crag and Jane, you just saw Miss Millie walk into this room, and she's just standing in the middle of it, kind of looking around.
I think I was just asking Miss Jane about. Well, you got any tips on how to get this thing? Because it never listens to me. Like it's not that smart. It does listen, but it just doesn't.
Yeah. And so she's like, I might know a thing or two, and like, here, come, tell it to come here.
Okay, if they're
Like-
out there having a conversation about it, I'm going to pull the thing out and see if there's any other reaction, or I don't know. Like I'm just gonna like pull it out and I'm gonna kind of like
Mhm.
fiddling with it. And how big is it? You said?
Yeah, it's just like that big.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So then
Mhm.
just like it's
Yeah.
gonna be like mostly like covered up in
Mhm.
her hand still.
Um,
And
it just
has it
everything
changed
just
at all?
glow
Is it
to you.
reacting? Okay.
Yeah, it just glows brighter.
Okay. And this is the house that was on the map.
No,
No. Okay.
this is just a
on the
random,
way.
a
Okay.
random house that's on. Yeah.
We haven't even started going to the house on the map. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Then I'll put it on the inside of my lapel,
Mhm.
and I'm going to. There's nothing else. It's been used recently. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna.
But you are compelled to go. You feel compelled to go to the warehouse district that is near the waterfront.
Okay. Then seeing how everything glowed when Bartholomew also touched it, she's going to close the door behind her, reach down, put a hand on his shoulder, and tell him warehouse district.
As soon as everybody's in my range, I'm gonna pull out a flask, take a big drink of it, and then smash it on the ground and cast fog cloud on everybody.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a concentration up to an hour. I'm just gonna look at everybody and somewhat come out of my revere and just look at everybody and go, I think I might be the one causing people to have gills. I'm pretty smart. I'm trying to figure this out, but it could be me.
Oh, who's saying that? Is that you, bot?
Yeah,
Why
sorry.
is everyone losing their marbles?
Trying to figure that out. Do you know what goose is? I'm probably the only one who's actually made it, so you probably don't. I started my brewery. I figured out how to turn salt water into beer, and I have been selling it to everybody. If by chance
now?
that there is something at the bottom that is causing people to go insane and get gills, it could be me. So yeah, my brain's a little mush right now.
So what's with this? What's with this fog cloud then, mate?
I'm trying to hide. Sorry. I didn't want anyone around.
Are there stairs here? I can't see.
That's fine. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is my fault. I've been doing this for years. So if something dark is under there, I've been turning the water it's in into alcohol.
Don't you feel like a jerk?
No, I've been making quite a lot of money about it. So
So
that
you don't
part
feel
I'm
like a
okay with.
jerk. That kind of
No,
makes you
I'm
more of a jerk.
I've drank a lot of it. That's my problem. But I can already breathe in underwater, so I'm not really too worried about me. More worried about what's happening everywhere else.
Is that real booze in the flask now?
This is rum.
I'm gonna grab it.
This is all rum.
Okay.
The
So,
warehouse
yeah.
district.
I really don't want to go there anymore. Nope. We should, but I'm
Off
gonna
we go.
be in behind you.
Okay, so
Miss
what's
Millie
with this
Circle.
house here? This is what
Something
were you
weird.
checking out?
Oh,
Something
it
weird.
smells terrible in there. You're
I
more than welcome. It looks like
Is this where the fellow went? How did you know what
it made me want to actually open the door. Like I felt compelled to go in there, which is why I didn't, and I needed a break. I don't like it.
You can't smell it. That awful
I smell.
talking to Crag.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, talking to Crag. You can't smell it. It
I mean-
smells terrible. Maybe not to the trained medical nose, but it smells like blood.
And fish.
Fish and blood. And not in a fish market sort of way.
Not in a delicious way. Okay. Well, seems like we're at an impasse. I mean, we lost this fella, and you don't want to go to the place that you want to go. I've got no ideas.
I think my
Really?
character at this point has noticed that everyone is going insane, and she's kind of like just backing up, like I don't know what's going on here, but you guys are nuts.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's a fun world when you.
Do you think everyone here would have come to a half sunken city run by mobsters and gangsters and literally no law because they were sane?
No, this
Yeah.
is situational.
When
No
you put it
choice.
like that,
So really, Miss
Yeah,
Axel
I'm here
Jane,
because of Aether Blue.
because what?
Because of Aether Blue.
Because of Aether Blue. And what is Aether Blue to you?
That's my backstory. So
Mhm.
my family were mobsters that sold Aether Blue, which is just a drug that's in the city. That's all.
Mhm. And you came to do what? Sell more
I came
or
to escape. I came to get away from my family because you know Aether Blue ruined so many lives, and I'm just here on the run.
most people who are on the run from mobster families wouldn't go to a mobster city.
This is my city.
The big city.
this whole city is just a drug den, with some fake booze, and this isn't turning out to be the place, the retirement village I had hoped for. So let's head down to this warehouse district if that's the only real clue we have. It's map.
But hold on, hear me out, Craig. Why would and let me tinker with your toy. Give me a second. She just goes to the side. They're talking. I don't know. They're gonna decide whatever, and she's tinkering with the big boy, trying to get him to learn how to listen better.
Well, while she's doing that, like, can we take a look at this map? Can we see?
Yep, I'm gonna pull
Billy
it out
has
and
the
hand it to
button.
him. No, I had it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna-
so if we're here now, how far is the warehouse then?
No, it's probably about a couple hours walk. Not far.
Jeez. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we can walk and talk, eh? If that's our only real lead to
Really starts heading that way.
well,
I'm
I guess
slowly gonna trail behind, like 60 feet behind everybody. I'm gonna walk with them, but I'm no longer wanting to be in the lead.
So Millie just confidently starts walking
Millie does
She-
everything confidently.
to be going toward the direction that she is very, very certain where she's going. So she's heading that way. And you're starting to get deeper and deeper into the city, literally, as the water is now kind of coming up to like your ankles.
We're in water deep.
I'll tell Deep Blue to like follow along with behind with Bartholomew, and just because he's looking a little bit like a little off compared to the bartender I had met earlier, and so I was just like a little worried about him, and knowing that he has some roguish talents, I figure if he has somebody within 5 feet of him, it might make him feel better.
So as you are getting closer, There, before you get to the actual warehouse that you see, there's these walkways that are kind of built. So effectively, the first story of all these buildings are underwater. People have built walkways to go from building to building through. Now you're entering through like the main set of windows in a lot of these places.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of approaching this building. You're going, through these abandoned warehouses and these older homes, and you're just going, not the homes, more like smaller container buildings, and then there's some bigger warehouses, and it's pretty easy. Millie seems to know the exact direction that she's going. You're going on these walkways. So as you kind of turn the corner and are getting ready to pop out of, I'm going to say you're probably down here in this area. You have to come, so just so everybody can kind of figure out where they want to go. You can go into this building and cross on this path. You do see that there are people in some type of uniform that with lights that are patrolling this. And you can see glimpses of, from where you are, of activity in this warehouse. There's people going by the windows. You can see reflections. You can see shadows. Millie, you are very compelled to go inside this building.
Which one? The square one you said?
The main one right here.
That's where I head.
That's okay. So you see her just walk into this building, and she is walking across the floor, heading straight to this walkway.
I don't think I'd be
Hey.
in my right mind to say anything.
Hey, Millie, wait. What are you doing? Do you not see all the patrols? Like, do you not see all the guards? What are you doing?
Walking, darling. Put your chin up, one foot in front of the other. Act like you belong here.
Okay.
Um,
So as y'all are kind of figuring out what you want to do, you see Millie kind of walk into the building, and for a moment you see her kind of leave your visual range. Millie, out from behind one of the doors, you see Rick appear. He grabs you and pulls you back. And he looks at you. And says, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And for the rest of your life, you're going to regret walking into that building.
Well, you should buy me a drink before you threaten me. Why?
I'm not threatening you. I'm trying to save you. And he reaches up and gives you a big kiss. So make a wisdom saving throw.
is Rick a hag?
No.
I'm guessing he's trying to do lesser restoration.
Okay.
I'll use one of my advantages that I've been gifted. I think that's gonna be my last one. It's the same exact thing. So
Okay.
that
Well, that's
makes
fine.
it a 9.
For a moment, you kind of blink your eyes, and you can see it, like he's just holding on to you, and he goes like, don't you understand? It doesn't matter. 3 little lives. It doesn't matter. He's in there. The brother is in there. He's becoming one of them. You can't go in there. Fight it. Fight it. Keep fighting.
Josephine.
Do the rest of us see Rick?
No, you can hear he's basically pulled Millie into like a room and is trying to keep her from going in there. Just
She
stay here with
like
me.
disappeared in front of us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't let them win.
Don't let.
Don't you see what they're doing?
No.
They're driving
Who's doing
everyone
what?
insane.
So she rolled a what? Sorry, a 9 with her -7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so this there's a conversation with him and Millie are going on. What are y'all going to do?
I'm still staying back. I'm keeping my eyes on it, but I do not want to
Mhm.
go anywhere near the party right now because I think
Okay.
I'm the problem.
So I go to Craig and say, hey, look, I taught him how to fetch. And I like toss like a piece of trash.
Toss
or
it in the water. See if he swims.
Really? You
No.
say, should I do that?
No.
So I toss like a stone. I have like a stone, and I like toss a stone. I'm like, go fetch, and it does fall into the water. So what now?
It's up to Deep Blue, whatever Deep Blue wants to do.
Deep blue was deep blue.
You're muted. You're muted, Craig.
Greg.
There you go.
Deep Blue looks at you as you throw a stone into the water, and then he looks over at me, and I kind of give him hands like, I don't know, and then he looks at you and gives you hands like, I don't know. So he's like, why?
Fuck. We want Deep Blue to go insane too.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy to have like a wonky like like.
Right now, he's the only one that can pull us out.
It's true. It's so true.
So I'm gonna basically be like, well, he's a robot. He's a, you know, give him commands and he listens to me. It's programmable kind of thing. But you know, you do these kind of things too. But I'm curious about like with these connections, like this warehouse and everything. You deal with drugs, so with your drug dealing connections or with your illicit alcohol connections, Bartholomew, is this area used for that often? This warehouse district? Does any business go
So-
through here?
As y'all are having the conversation, Bartholomew, you see Vito walk out onto this plank
Mhm.
and then jump in the water and start
Okay.
kind of swimming over to y'all's direction. It doesn't look like he's seen you,
Okay.
but it almost gets like the impression that he's like patrolling.
Vito. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll quietly like pick up a rock or something, throw it at the party, and just point to what I see. I don't want to speak too loudly. But I just want to like let them know, like, Vito there, coming, hide.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna have the Tommy gun in my hands
Okay.
because
Do
I don't
we
trust
know-
anybody right now. Not
Yeah,
even myself.
exactly. Vito is the one who ended up taking the girl, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The mob boss.
So is he alone right now?
So you see, like, just like in the picture here, there's like two guys with guns on this little walkway. You saw
Right.
Vito come and jump into the water and start to swim.
Right. So how far down or how far away from us is Vito right now?
No, he's probably, I would say, about 30 feet, or probably about 45, actually. Let's put it that way.
That fucker.
Okay, I'm going to point to Bartholomew and say, let's have a word with Vito then. And I'm gonna dive in the water and cast water walk. Can that work? Oh, it's willing creatures. Damn it, never mind. It's only willing creatures. It's gonna pop him out of the water. Never mind. I'll dive in the water and follow him.
So he's in front. You're gonna let him
He was
pass
coming our
you?
way.
He's coming.
He was
at
coming
you.
our way.
Yes, our way.
Okay, well, I'll dive in the water and like be ready to see what he's doing and just watch for the next move. I was really trying to pop him out of the water with water walk.
Rick grabs you. He goes, Josephine's brother's in there. I can't get him out alone. You got to snap out of this. I'm not going to let you out of this room. I've seen what they do to those people. They turn them into fish, Millie. They turn them into fish. Don't you understand? Don't you understand what's going on here?
So are you asking for help to get him?
You were about to walk in there. Have they gotten to you too?
Has who gotten to me?
Whatever that is out there. These fish
Whatever.
people walking around, chanting, trying to summon something. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I've seen some weird stuff.
Fish people, not tritons.
Not tritons. Fish people.
Have
And
you
he's
seen
like,
them? Where did you see them recently?
They're in there. They're trying to turn Josephine's brother into one. And I'm certain Josephine's not far behind. So, Crag, you jump down in the water and make a splash. You see Vito get within about 30 feet from you. You see him pull this harpoon gun towards you and lets it fly.
Oh God. Oh God. You're muted. You're muted.
Knowing that I can't make him float, instead of casting the spell I was going to cast Water Walk, could I cast Heroism on myself instead?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
What does it look like?
I bite into my own arm.
Okay.
And let some of the elemental blood flow over top of me. And it sort of starts to give me a little bit of a hue. And as it mixes in the water around me, I'm imbued with some temporary hit points. So I get 4 temp hit points per turn. And I'm immune to being frightened as he shoots me with a crossbow.
With a harpoon gun.
A harpoon gun.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a big crossbow.
Okay, so that's 24 to hit.
I get hit.
And you take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And this harpoon is stuck in you, and you see him then kind of start sneering as he's basically engages a mechanism, and you can feel yourself start being pulled toward him.
Oh no.
With that, go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Is everybody rolling it?
I got an 8.
Including you, Millie. You can as well.
I'm being pulled towards the harpoon. And that hurt.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, I got an 8.
$16.
Hey, a good roll.
Hound the rolls today have just been insane on this.
Wish I had the rolls that I had with my ranger.
I'm pretty much sitting steady. Like,
I almost wish I was playing the ranger.
Okay.
Gloomstalker would be great here.
So with the commotion that took place you see these two guards at the top here. They turn and they basically have their Tommy guns, and they're starting to point the direction that Vito is. You can see them from, we'll say that y'all are in like this window right here. So you do have line of sight of Vito in the water and of the two guards at the top.
Okay. Well, who goes first?
You do.
Okay, so like Craig is my friend, so like and I see him being like drawn towards Vito with the harpoon, and so I'm gonna fucking crack at him with one of my pistols. Vito.
Okay.
I also
Okay.
just gave you advantage in Twitch, and Craig, you have 2.
Oh wow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I'm gonna take for my second action. I'm gonna shoot at Vito again.
Okay.
Let's see. Fuck. 9. Doesn't hit,
That
right?
will miss.
You do have an advantage you could use though, if you wanted.
22.
That hits.
12.
That will miss.
That was for damage, I think.
No, 12.
Oh,
is
12.
damage.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And I just yell like something like really generic. I'm like fuck you, Vito. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll again with advantage. I'm just gonna roll again, okay?
Okay. That's for your second shot.
That was my second shot, and then this is my first shot.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's not good. It's a 7. All right, that's fine.
All right. Anything else that you want to do? Jump in the water? Anything?
No, that's
Hide.
not in character. That's not in character for me. Like to just do like random stuff. Well, it kind of is, but like I like she's cautious. And she's not a swimmer.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Vito is going to attempt to pull you toward him. So Craig, I need you to make a strength check, please. A contested strength check.
Okay,
he
and as
gets
that
+1.
happens,
Mhm.
you see some of that same hue, that infused blood of mine, as the Genasi juice has a what is it called here? One of my armor infusions. My armor infusion has a thing that allows me to, where is it again? Add my intelligence modifier to a strength check or saving throw if I use one of the things. So I have a +4 to this, but it's +3 because I have insanity.
I have 18.
16. Ha.
Okay. So he pulled you 20 feet closer to him. And you were about so you're about 25 feet from him. So one more pull, you will be in melee range with him.
All right then.
Okay. It's your turn. So
knowing that this is feeling inevitable, I will, instead of pulling my revolver or crossbow underwater, I will pull out my trident of fish command and quickly look around for any kind of sharks or anything like that. But not
you don't
seeing
see
any
anything.
sharks.
Yeah, no, you have not
I
seen.
will-
There's no aquatic life that you can see.
No, okay, I figured not, but not seeing any sharks, I will swim straight for him. I have a swim speed of 30 feet, and
Okay.
I will drive the trident of fish command through his face if possible
Okay.
with a 20 to hit
That will hit.
for 6 damage.
12 and 6. Come on, he's dead.
Second attack, assuming that it didn't go through his face fully, is a 19
That will hit.
There we go. Those are good rolls.
for 9 damage. And for my bonus action, now this is up for debate. I didn't tell him to jump in with me, but I said, let's get him kind of thing. So I mean, I was assuming, I was kind of basically saying to him,
What is going to
come too.
happen to Deep Blue if he
Yeah.
jumps in the water?
Exactly. So he's going to try
Yep.
to land on this guy if he can.
No, I don't think that's possible.
No, okay.
Too far out.
Yeah.
He does have a swim speed of 20 feet, so he will.
Oh, it can swim?
He can swim.
But it would sink.
He's got some buoyancy in him here and there, and he does. It does not say that he can't swim anywhere. So,
Okay.
I don't believe he is weighed down. Yeah, he's basically a living submarine. He's got like little buoyancy areas. Like,
That
that's
works.
half of the Deep Blue
He's
name.
created from magic, so yeah, you could. I would have guessed you could swim. I'd never seen that before.
So he's got. Well, you've got a swim speed of half your walk speed, unless it's written, right? So, he will swim 20 feet after jumping off the bridge towards Buddy. That's my turn.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
Millie, what are you going to do? You're currently in the room with Rick as he's trying to convince you not to leave the room and not to go into the warehouse.
Not to go in the room, not to go in the in the warehouse because
Mhm.
they're turning the brother into the fish person and trying to summon
Something.
something.
Oh God.
Millie is going to reach up and put her hand on Rick's, like on his cheek here,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna kind of give him a little tap and say, "Okay, let's go." And then with the other hand, she's taking out her revolver and she's going to pistol whip him
Okay.
so that he ideally falls to the ground.
She's gonna pistol with her revolver. Sorry, I'm sorry.
She's going to
Yes.
use the butt of her Hellfire revolver,
To try to knock out.
Rick.
Okay. All right. You can't take out the narrator. He has plot armor. What are you talking about? Okay.
I'm not
go
gonna
ahead.
kill him. I could shoot him in the face.
He's got his notebook right there in his hat,
Mhm.
and it's
Yes.
it's the plot
Yeah.
armor that protects him.
Right. Roll the hit.
Okay. I don't. Doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Oh well, yeah, it's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
No,
so he kind of dodges it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he continues to try to convince you to not to leave the room.
Do I see that?
No, this is all taking place like deeper into the building.
Okay.
We
Not
were just
far
talking
from
about
this
watching your
walkway.
friend get
Jen
dragged.
has an advantage there if she wants to use it.
No,
I
no,
thought I
not
just thought it was
necessarily.
like before the building. I thought it was. I didn't. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys had gone into the building now. So
Yeah.
No, so y'all are kind of where this light is right here.
Yep.
She is kind of over here. She's in the same building, but she's just in a room before Rick caught her before she went on the walkway.
What is my compulsion telling me?
Your compulsion is still telling you to go into the warehouse, but if you wanted to try to make a wisdom saving throw to fight off whatever has driven you mad temporarily, you could.
Okay. So 19 minus 7. 12.
12. You starting to come back to your senses. What Rick is saying is starting to make a little bit more sense, but there's still part of you that feels like you need to go to that room, to that thing.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to convince him that he and I can together can grab the brother. You can finish. We can finish the job and we can go. Everyone else is still outside.
All right, so we'll
Yeah.
give you when we come back around. Okay.
So you just
Um,
like swung at him, missed, and now you're like, okay, let's go in.
Okay, good job. Okay, I just needed to make sure that you were you and that you were capable of finishing out this job that you tasked us with and that you were tasked with. And now you're fine. And yeah,
All
just
right.
testing.
So let's see here. These guys, what are they gonna do? They are going. One of them is going to shoot at you, Greg.
No.
I'm still like hiding, hood up,
And
trying to stay
miss,
out of sight.
yes. Yep. And Jane, I'm going to give you like 3/4 cover here, so they're going to start shooting that direction towards.
What's my cover? What's my cover?
So what does 3/4 cover do? +5.
Yep.
No. I'm
Plus-
asking like what is acting as my cover?
They basically what you're doing is you're up against the wall of this building on the inside. You're turning, firing through the 2 windows, and then coming back around.
Okay.
And trying to stay out of their line of sight.
Okay, beautiful.
Yep. So do we agree 3/4? What does 3/4 cover do?
5, I
Plus
believe.
5.
Yes.
5
okay.
plus and
So add-
advantage on deck saves.
Okay. All right. So let's have 4 shots go off. So the highest I got is I think I missed you.
Yay.
I get +4. Yeah, so 17 is the highest that I got. So I think with your +5, that gives you 18 total. So
Yep.
So they miss you.
Okay.
Okay. Bartholomew, what are you going to do?
Bart's
All right,
having
hang on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Rat tat 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 tat.
actually a 6 initiative because I forgot to minus my 2 again. But that's okay. I don't
Alright.
think anyone's in between 6 and 8.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Bartholomew's having some really entertaining thoughts in his own head. He is going to continue to hide, dash, and go back to his bar. He doesn't like anything he sees. His brain is not where it should be. He does not like what he sees. He doesn't think anything's going to happen here, and he is leaving them. In the back of his head, it is grab your gold, grab your stuff, burn the tavern down, and leave this city.
Leave this.
That
city.
is
Okay.
what he is going to attempt quickly. He is done. There's
Okay.
nothing here he likes. Yeah, he can let the city burn. He is done.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. Jane, you're up.
Oh, that's me. My
Mhm.
name's Axel, actually.
Sorry, Axel. Sorry.
So I think I'm just more pistol, dual pistol. I'm just gonna. Where's the Tommy gun? Did he drop it? No. Hello.
No, I
No.
have that in anything that gets in front of me right now is about to get full of it.
Okay. So I'm going to. So we didn't see. Sorry, I'm trying to think about what I can do. What's going on with Vito again?
Vito is slowly pulling Crag toward him.
I thought Craig swam towards
Oh
him.
yeah,
We're under the water.
They're fighting melee in the water right
Okay,
now.
then I'm just gonna send one shot at one of the guards, and then the other shot at another one at the other one of the guards.
Okay.
Like bang, bang. Okay. Sweet, 17.
That will hit.
Then 8 damage. It's another 17.
Okay.
11 damage.
All right. Very good. So Craig, you see Vito as y'all are fighting, he pulls out this nasty looking dagger and he's going to try to stab you with it.
Oh god.
Yes. Cult knife.
And he gets 2 attacks.
Let's do the murder.
So first one misses, the second one is an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay.
And
so you
except for the
do-
fact that I cast shield. Can I do that as a reaction?
Yeah. Mhm.
I will seeing that he's about to stab me, I will quickly bite my own finger. And
Okay.
some of the blood will come out and create a barrier, giving me a AC of 21.
Okay. And so that will miss. Mhm. Okay, and so that is his turn. Okay, Craig, it's your turn.
Oh. All right. Heroism kicks in, but I didn't take damage, doesn't matter. That's just before. I did this after I hit. Okay. So I will do another 2 swings with the Trident of Fish Command. Oh yeah, like that one. And I will put a branding smite in this one, which is a level 2 spell.
Okay.
That adds 2d6 of radiant damage to the attack. And which is 9 more radiant damage. And
So
also
you did
when
17 total.
17 total, yeah. And then also he is now shedding dim or bright light for 5 feet and dim light for 5 more feet.
Okay.
he can't become invisible until my concentration ends. So that means that heroism is over. He is glowing. I don't know if that gives me advantage.
I just gave each of you 1 advantage.
Okay. So that gives me a second fish strike, right? Or is that the second one?
That was the first one.
That was the first one. Yeah. Okay. I was like, did I miss one?
Don't forget about
so
your
I will-
-1s.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 last time. And
Yeah.
again this time. So 24 to hit.
Yep.
With 8 more damage. Bonus
Okay.
action, I will get Buddy to swim 20 feet closer.
Okay.
Here,
Is
buddy.
is he within?
Yeah, he's within striking distance to do something.
All right. So that means he will try to do a rend on him, flanking him if he can.
Okay.
So 16.
That will hit.
Nice. And then that'll be for 8 more damage.
All right. And with that, your deep blue now has 2. And he will rend him and separate the rope from the harpoon, and basically will push Vito under the water, and you see Vito starts sinking down into the depths.
Oh.
Okay. I make a mental note of that. That's my turn.
Yep, you still have a harpoon in you though.
Oh, wait, no, I don't have movement.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he
So-
already went. So yeah, and I have a harpoon in me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm. Rick looks at you, Millie, and goes, "We're going in there to save him. I'll clear you a path.
Deal.
Let's do it." So he has this kind of raincoat on. He turns up the collars, reaches into his pockets, pulls out 2 pistols, steps in the door, where y'all can't see where I'm pointing, right there, and starts blasting, trying to get the thug's attention. What are you going to do?
I am going to so if he kicks open the door and is blasting away, I'm gonna stand off on the side of the door with my revolver also. I'm going to assume that he's either shooting people or people going to come out of the room at him.
So right
And
now he's just
he's
shooting.
just blasting away.
Yeah, these the two guards at the top.
I'm gonna let him blast them. Um,
Axel, did you want to move anywhere? Did you want to come? Did you want to stay in the door, or did you want to go somewhere else, or stay in the window, or go somewhere else?
Yeah, she's staying back. Like she doesn't. I mean,
Mhm.
like she's seen the effects that this sort of like orientation has had on her friends, and that there's like strange things going on. So she's honestly gonna hang back.
so then when he or so okay, so when he says I'll clear you a path, she's gonna give him like a tap on the shoulder, and that's gonna be a bonus action sanctuary.
Okay.
So anyone who wants to target him is gonna have to make a wisdom save. Ironic.
Mhm.
And then I will, that's my bonus action. I will also peek around the corner and take a shot at one of the do I need to do I need to continue to make a wisdom save?
If you would like, you can.
Why do you
If
say
you
it like
should,
that?
so let's put it this way. You can try to save against the madness, or you can wait to try to save against the madness and embrace it at the moment.
I think it comes down to how bad do you want to go into the building.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go into the building. But if I can have him help me clear a way to get into the building even easier.
You get the impression that they would ignore you if you started walking across this.
That they would ignore me. But he's
Mhm.
blasting at them, so I can't just walk behind him. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to act like I'm taking cover behind him
Okay.
and follow him up as he's blasting away.
Okay. All right.
So,
So
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Like, So have we like collectively decided that we're gonna go in there and try and save the girl and her brother?
I don't think you guys
You
know what we're
you don't
doing.
know that.
Y'all are messing with Crag and Vito.
Vito, yeah.
Yep.
We're a split
I was
party at
just
this
going
point.
after Vito because
Because you
he
asked me if I wanted to make any movement, and I but I don't have like a motive. Like why would I move?
So you know that Millie has disappeared. And
actually you're all alone now.
yeah,
Yeah,
Crag
Bartholomew's
is
a
jumped is
no-show.
in the
Go underwater.
water. Blue Deep is in the water. Bartholomew is left. Millie, you just saw Millie come out of a building with Rick, and she's
He's
hiding
shooting
behind
a-
him.
Yeah.
And you're basically at the end of the hall. So they're up here, and you're down here,
Let me take a look.
and Crag is down here.
Sorry, can you do all those things again real
But
quick?
do that one more time, yeah.
Yep. So, Axel, you're here at this window. This is where you last shot. Millie and Rick are right here, and Crag is down here in the water.
Okay.
And we are heading. Oh, we're heading towards the right of the screen, or we're heading towards that building.
You're basically heading
Towards
right
okay,
there.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay, just making sure.
Okay, but wouldn't I be in the water if I was over, or I'm standing in the window?
You're standing over
standing
at
in
this
the
window,
window.
shooting over at these two guards last turn.
Yeah.
Now
Okay, good.
Millie is standing over here with Rick, and they're walking towards this window
And Rick is shooting at those guards.
as Rick shoots them. Yeah. So you get to see them in silhouette crossing this bridge.
Cool. And we haven't killed the guards yet.
No, they're still there.
Okay.
In fact, it's their turn. So they are both going to turn with Rick firing,
Uh-oh.
and they are going to fire in this direction
Which direction? Towards
toward
Rick's?
us. Uh-huh.
Wait, I don't see it.
So
Are
they're here. They're firing now at here because Rick and Millie are right here, and Rick is shooting at them.
Okay, so then they
Okay.
need to make a wisdom save first to be able
Yes.
to hit him. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna.
I'm gonna
that's-
say
that's-
one
that's
of
gonna
them is
work.
going to save.
Well, it would just be the first one, yeah, because it goes
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Okay.
You do have an
So one's-
advantage, I think, too.
I
Clarence.
know. So
Oh, he destroyed that.
Yeah. So Rick is going to get hit by one bullet, and you, unless you throw up something, because these are like an 18 and a 19 here.
Do I have a reaction? I don't think I have. I don't have. Nope, I don't have. Make an update. Nope, I don't have any reactions that I could do.
Okay. So you'll take 13 points of damage.
I'll take 13 points.
Mm-hmm. Just for being caught in the hail of bullets.
Wow.
Can I make the? Fine, but he's my meat shield. What the heck?
Right, I targeted both of us. So
The narrator meat shield.
yeah.
You said he has plot armor.
Well, you may not.
You don't
now.
stand behind the guy who can't get hit.
That seems like the
Um,
best place to stand.
It's the only
Axel,
places
you're
the
up.
bullets will go are around him.
I saved him. That's how it ends. Sorry. Okay. Yep.
Axel, what do you want to do?
Oh my god, it's me. Okay, so I want to continue. I should move closer. If I can move closer, I'd like to move closer.
Yeah,
Like,
you can move
maybe-
to the
like,
doorway
maybe-
that they're firing
Yep.
out of. Yep.
Or I know I wouldn't give me any cover, but this little bridge right here, does that work?
So that bridge does lead into a different part of the building.
Okay.
This right here, if you wanted to attempt to go into the warehouse.
I don't want to go into the warehouse. That's not like my character. She wouldn't do something like that.
Okay.
Although, yeah, she wouldn't just randomly just go into a warehouse. She needs like a motive or something. Anyways, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like where can I move? Where can I move that's closer?
The only other place that you can do to like shoot is to come in the doorway that Rick and Millie are in.
No,
Across
that's okay.
here.
That's okay. I'll just stay where I am. I think I'm gonna stay where I am and continuing firing. I mean, it's a bit boring, but I have to do what my character would do. Oh, that's not good.
That's why I ran away.
Do I get an advantage for another roll?
You can use your bonus action to do your second attack, and I think you have an advantage for it.
Yeah, I don't think you've used the one that I sent out.
18.
That hits.
4.
Do you have any negatives?
15. No.
Okay, perfect.
4. That sucks.
8 damage.
But like that's for one. So the one that's like that's for one guard and then one for the other.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty much sums it up.
Okay. Bragg. You're in the water. What are you going to do?
Okay. I would like to go down to the sinking body of Mr. Vito and investigate him for because I'm at home underwater too, so I don't mind doing my investigation check under here and see if there's any kind of anything in his pockets, any what he was up to, anything strange about him compared to the normal mobster I know.
He is now almost a full fish person.
Okay. A 15 investigation.
Yes, he has gills now. His mouth looks like a fish. Yeah.
That's not right, mate. Human calamari, eh? All right. Well, does he have anything in his pockets or anything that? No. Can I see where he was going to? Where he was swimming to?
Like I said, it looked like so this entire building is surrounded by water.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just going to swim it as a patrol.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then I'm going to go make my way back up and tell my buddy to make his way back up towards the building, the entrance over here, I guess. We'll climb up the wall around the bridge here, try to stay out of these guards' view if I can.
Well, they're going to see you if you they're going to see you surface and
well, we'll swim up together.
Not any way for them not to see you.
Right. We'll swim up together.
Okay.
I will say, how sturdy does this bridge look?
Not very. You could if you
I'm going to give
the
bonus action to him to start shaking the bridge and try to rip it down.
Okay.
That's his action.
Yeah, have him make a strength check for me, please.
Okay, so his strength is 6. saving throw, no. I feel like he's proficient in strength things, but I don't know for sure. It doesn't say it anywhere. He doesn't have a sheet necessarily. Oh wait, he does have a sheet. That's right. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Athletics +2. Yay. I'm going to use that advantage. Because why not? Athletics +2. 12.
Okay. So with all the firing and everything that's going on, you can see him begin to shake this. And let me make a dexterity check for these two guys. Okay. One stays on, and the other guy just tumbles back and falls into the water. So and starts trying to splash, but then you realize he can't swim.
That brings me joy.
A hole the water around here, and he hasn't learned how to swim yet.
That's the end
That's
of my
great.
turn. As
That's
I
great.
as I smile and look at my trident.
Okay. Are you done? Are you gonna do anything else? Okay. All right. Rick turns to you, Millie, as he's trying to hold his side as he was grazed by one of the bullets. Okay. One more try. Here we go. And he's going to send another volley of shots. And one of them will hit
Go, Rick, go.
Mhm.
for 12 points of damage. Okay. Are you going to do anything, Millie?
Yeah, I'll go along and I'll give the illusion that I'm helping out, and I will do some. Let's see how I'm gonna do. Nope, I'm gonna shoot again with the revolver.
Okay.
And I believe the revolver has 5 shots. It doesn't really say, but this should be my 5th and last one, I think. 4th or 5th one before I have to reload. So 21 minus 7 still, right?
14? Yeah. Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, that hits.
Wow, good job. Minus 7 is hard.
That is
Uh,
hard.
odd.
I know.
14
Okay.
damage.
Yes.
Does
So
that
you level it on the guy, hits him in the chest, and he falls back into the water. He goes, Rick goes,
so
we gotta hurry. We have to hurry.
right. So as he follows, as the guy falls into the river, anyone who might be seeing it or might not be seeing it, you see like the black. This guard is a human. It's one of these fish people. It's one of like the
Yeah.
abomination kind of people.
It's one of the fish people. Yeah. Mhm.
It's one of the fish
Yeah.
people. Okay, so then yeah, so it falls into the guard. So it falls into the water. It pulls a black inkiness out of like what you would think would be blood, and it quickly whirls in the water and goes straight down into the riverbank. And so that's my action. Bonus action, we'll go ahead and throw up another. I'm gonna put sanctuary on myself this time.
Okay. So
Eh.
kind of as there's a pause, you see Rick look down at you, Craig, and kind of nod your head, and he goes like toward the window. And Millie, he grabs your hand and he's like, "We have to hurry. We got to get in there now."
Let's go. And then I'll follow whatever he wants to do.
Mhm.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
I was just confused because it was like at first he said he didn't want her going in there, and then now he's like, "Oh, we need to go in there." You know what I mean?
Because I told him that we're there to help him grab the girl.
Okay.
And she said, "Okay, that's fine. I'm okay. Let's go get them."
He
So
believed her.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows? Millie may
Millie has
succumb to the madness here in a second, because we're getting a little short on time. So you run into the room, and so Craig, what are you going to do?
We're gonna climb up and enter the room as well. Go right behind Miss Millie, and I'll just make sure that Deep Blue is right beside me, and kind of maybe give me a little cover. And I will yeah, I'll cast heroism on myself again.
Okay.
Just for the heck of it.
All right. Axel, what are you going to do as you start seeing Millie and Rick and Craig head into the building?
I am going to I guess I'm gonna follow them because I don't want to be out there alone. I mean, like this place is giving me the creeps, that kind of thing.
Okay. So as you enter into the building, you begin to hear chanting. And Millie, you are drawn to the sound. Rick's trying to like put his hands up as y'all kind of creep into along the inside of this warehouse. And there you can and as you get closer, you can feel it. There's in the middle of a room, there's candles everywhere. There's a pentagram, and there's 5 people on each pentagram. And you can see these swirling arcane symbols come floating out of the ground as a portal begins to open, and you hear this shriek of this abomination, an aberration trying to enter into this this reality. Rick looks at you, goes, "Millie, he's one of those 5. I haven't been able to find Josephine since I tracked Vito here, but the brother is one of those 5. We got to get him out." What do y'all want to do?
So the brother is one of the 5 there.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 points on the pentagram. There's 5 people there. Who were the
Yes.
other 5?
So they're just dressed in robes, have their
Mm.
heads covered up, and they're just chanting some just disturbing whatever the Cthulhian language is. So yes.
I think it might be abyssal.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we
the
can't-
brother is in like the middle of his pentagram. Or
No, he's
one
not
of
in the
points?
middle. He's just one of
Oh.
the 5 chanting. Mhm.
He's one of the
Okay,
5
stop.
chanting.
Yes.
Who's got like a flamethrower or like something like? Hey, wait, who's got a Tommy gun? We need something like big, just to like stop this from happening. Like this is not good. Like they're summoning something.
How far are we from the group?
Y'all are probably about 50 feet from them.
Okay. I would like to creep closer.
And
I'll
that would
leave
put
Deep
you
Blue-
out into open territory. But
Okay.
because it's basically they're in the middle of the large holding area of this warehouse, and you just kind of went down a corridor or at where the hallway that you were in opens into this this
Right.
space.
Okay, and my compulsion is telling me
That you want to go with them and start chanting. Like basically start worshiping whatever is coming out of this portal.
I'm gonna make one more wisdom save.
Good for you. Good for you. Fight it. Fight it.
8?
That yeah. So an 8.
Okay.
I think it's deep speech. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Crag, Axel, you watch as Millie just lets go of Rick's hand, and before you know it, she starts walking out into the middle of the warehouse. No one moves.
Millie.
No one does anything, and she stops at the edge of the ring of the chanting, and you can just see her just staring at this glowing circle as you see a tentacle come.
Oh,
So the,
we're so screwed. We're so screwed.
does it have tentacles? This thing? No, you see like this claw latch onto the wood and begin to pull itself out of the circle.
Oh my god.
I've got a crazy idea, but it's not a good one.
Well, no, let's hear it. Any ideas are great. Let's hear it.
All right, let's do this. I don't like the sound of them chanting. Is that kind of like I can get a creepy vibe from this? It's like spell casting and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to run in and get within 30 feet of this circle. And I am going to cast Create Water inside of one of their mouths.
Okay.
I'm going to use that to create 10 gallons of water and try to drown this guy and stop him from chanting.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
So I roll.
Millie, you have another
roll a
advantage.
D20.
Roll a
Let's do
D20?
this. Roll a
Why do
D20.
you guys want me to kill the party? 'Cause I have like 5 advantages right now. Why have I not been using them on
And-
my wisdom saves?
And
Why do you want to
if
kill
you
the party?
roll a 5 or less, you hit Josephine's brother.
On a D20?
Yeah.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, you're good then. All right.
Okay.
So
it's like, oh,
yeah,
geez,
well,
I
I'm just
didn't
making
guess.
sure you like
I
you have
didn't,
a
I didn't
1
check
in
which
5
one was which. Yeah.
of hitting the wrong one. So so you summon this water, and all of a sudden you hear this, and this cultist falls over, grabbing his throat, and he falls into the in the portal that this creature is coming out of. Then you see Millie walk over and stand, completing the pentagram and begin chanting.
Damn it, Billy.
Really? No.
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 All right.
Actually,
What do you
where,
want to do?
where is Bartholomew right now? Bartholomew's back at the
Is
bar.
it gone?
Oh
He's
God,
just
yeah.
Gone. You just
Yeah,
checked it out.
you didn't even see me leave. I was just up and I didn't like the situation and where his headspace was. This was a no-win situation, and he thinks he's part of the cause of it. With what sanity he had left, he is gone. He's trying to leave town.
He's packing his bags.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Didn't you only have a
like-
negative 2?
But for what his background is and what's going
Mm.
on, he doesn't care about you people. He cares about his bar. And it just got shot up, and as soon as he left the bar, everything's gone to crap. And for him, his bar is his life. If he can't have that, he's gone.
It's about to not fucking matter.
Oh, he's about to. It's okay. He's
Oh, like-
literally gonna try and burn it down and run quickly.
Axel Jane is the only one that's like been unaffected by
Mhm.
the by the summoning the creature. So I guess I'm trying to think like what she would do. Like what would a sane person do in this situation? They like she can't, like, she would never be able to hold herself responsible for, you know, letting a kraken or a creature like come out of the abyss. Like she wouldn't allow that to happen. And then Craig has obviously attacked or done his best as well, but it was in vain. Hold on. This is tough. And then Bartholomew left. Millie has joined the cultists. What is Rick doing? That's my question. Like, what is Rick doing right now?
Rick, he's trying to figure out which one is Josephine's brother.
He's holding the back of his pants.
Yeah. That's what's into the our chat, or that's what's trying to come out of the
Okay, so has Rick found him yet? Because if we can find him, then we can leave. Well, with Millie, of course.
So what you see Rick doing is he's going around just pulling back the hoods of the four remaining people.
Okay. And which one was it?
And so I'll do that after you figure out what you're going to do. Are you sitting there
Okay,
just
here's
waiting
what
for
I'm gonna
him to? Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. What with what little magic I have? Because I have magic, correct?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna I don't want to kill anybody, but I'm just gonna go up and just fucking whack somebody over the head. Just like, yeah,
Okay.
actually, yes, take the butt of my pistol or one of my pistols and whack it over someone's head.
All right. So I want you to roll a d20, and you have now a 25% chance. Actually, roll a d100. So you now have a 25% chance of hitting
And you want to roll high?
Josephine's brother. Well, no, I mean like 1 through 25, you hit Josephine's brother.
But why am I doing 100? Is the insanity thing now?
No,
25%
This
chance.
is just chance.
There's
So
4
a D-
unknown cultists.
A D20 or a D100?
D20 or d100.
You have a 1 in 4
Okay,
chance
cool.
of getting the wrong person.
Not the right one.
17.
Yeah,
Okay.
good odds.
So you walk over and you just whack this cultist on the head. You see him drop. And you see Rick come running in after him. He goes, "This is him. This is him.
No!
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here."
Oh, so it was a
And-
good thing. It was a good thing.
It might have been
Yeah,
a
it
good
was a
thing.
good thing.
Yeah.
You didn't kill him, so it was a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And by that point, you can see Crag, Deep Blue. You begin to see from deeper parts of the, like, there's a couple of other places that the that there are other hallways leading into the warehouse, and you can see people are starting to come toward this area.
Oh,
And you see the creature kind of coming out of another claw come up, and as the with the loss of another person chanting, the thing is starting to kind of dissipate just a little bit, but there's more people coming. And you see Rick go over to Millie and just say, "I'm sorry, I couldn't save you."
Oh, what the fuck?
And so he comes back and he grabs and he goes, "Crag, get his legs. Let's get out of here."
I'm going to. Is it my turn?
If you want to do something,
Yeah.
he's
Okay. So I'm going to.
Rick is telling you that we found Josephine's brother. We need to get out.
Well, what about Miss Millie? And I'll go over to Miss Millie and I'll shake her. Wake up, Millie! and I'm going to cast guidance on her, and then I will go with Rick as I kind of like leaving her one last look back at her, and I'll just be like, Deep Blue, bring her. If she doesn't bring herself, bring her. And so like he's gonna basically try to pull her away from the circle as I help Rick.
he'd have a good strength.
Dude, you might like sacrifice Deep Blue in the process.
I can make a new one.
Overnight.
Okay. So 18 minus 7 is 11, plus the guidance.
Is what, a D4? D6?
D4 to try to break yourself out of this spell.
Stupor.
You might have saved Millie.
Plus your advantage.
I think that's what the 18 was.
Oh,
So
Mhm.
22 total minus 7.
Is it 15?
15.
So 15.
Mm-hmm.
So Millie.
Okay.
The whisper of Rick saying goodbye, and Crag's one last chance to snap you out of it. You have a moment. Do you give into the madness, or do you run away?
Billy, come on.
That's madness, y'all.
Nice.
And so Millie turns and looks at you and just
And here's the thing.
shakes her head.
Here's the thing about why she picks this. She has been stitching up bad guys and robbers and seeing what people do to each other all day long. Maybe it's fucking time for a change.
Oh,
And so
hey!
with that, you
Change
grab
comes from
Josephine's
within.
brother, Crag, Deep Blue, and Axel Jane, make it across the rickety bridge just in time for it to fall. Whether or not they get out, it's another story. So, again, let me just end it this way. That day, I'll never forget it. The faces, people, more importantly, came out of that portal when we left. I've been running it from that thing my entire life. But I'll never forget that day. So here's hoping you never have to go through anything like I did, or like those good people did either. So good night, sleep well, and don't talk to fish people.
Or
All right,
become
everyone.
fish people.
Thank you so much
Jazz
for
music.
hanging out with us.
That was fun. That went
again-
exactly nowhere where I thought it was going to.
So thank you for.
I'd
for
like to
your
know what happened to Bart
donations.
though too.
I don't know. That's another Bartholomew can write his story. So yes, I will sign off. A couple of things to keep in mind. Again, thank you to Wiley Hobbit for letting us be part of this and for hanging out. He's a great guy. One of these days, I'm actually going to get to play a game with him instead of just talk to him on Discord. So, Pete, thank you again for letting us invade your channel. It's it is a platform of mine that I never thought I would get to do, to hang out with cool people and play games and tell stories. So thank you for that opportunity. And I believe it is Tuesday is Rise of the Frost Maiden. It is, I'm sure Pete has it all in the chat. So again, thank you for joining us. Cast, thank you for having a great time and for investing in the story. None of this happens unless you choose it to happen. So y'all have a wonderful night and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.